All righty. Good morning, everyone around the world. It's your Uncle Bruce here from Stock Markets with Bruce, Creston, British Columbia, in Canada. It is Friday, June the 11th, 2021. Welcome to the end of the week. What a week. Hope you're doing all right. We're going to talk about the stock markets in plain English. That's our shtick. That's our thing. That's what we try to do all the time. Talk about the stock markets in plain English to figure out what the heck is going on out there. I welcome all of you to the program, and thank you to those of you who are giving me a thumbs ups already. You guys are great. A whole bunch of you remind everybody, hey, give him thumbs ups. He needs to get to 1,000 thumbs up, because if he doesn't get to 1,000 thumbs ups by the opening of the market, he might start playing that Yoko Ono record he's got just right over here. Is this right there? We don't want that. Thank you, all of you, for popping by. What is going to happen today? That is the proverbial question with the markets and some of the stocks that we're following. We watched yesterday as the GameStop shares and AMC shares and other meme stocks backed off in price. We had GameStop drop to as low as $211 yesterday afternoon after having been in this $300 neighborhood ever so briefly. But then it did recover to the 220 mark by the bell. And in the aftermarket yesterday and the pre-market today, the shares are now at 235. They're up right at this moment, just about $15 from the close, up $25 from their lows. Nowhere near the 300 odd and 320 odd pricing we had the last 3 or 4 days. But looking at the stock historically for, say, the last couple of weeks, 3 weeks or so, we were in the 150, 160 range 3 weeks ago. And we settled into this 200 range a little while ago, and we took a shot over 300. Now here we are again, approaching the mid 200s-ish, 235 right at the moment. Volume on the pre-market, 193,000. I'm just taking a look at 193,000 pre-market volume. And there are a number of bargain hunters coming in here figuring that it might not be a bad idea to try to pick off some of this cheap paper while it's available. Again, everyone's perception is different. You talk to some people who, talk to about perception of value, and they go 235. Oh, that's not worth that. And others go, hey, it's going to 1,000 a share. This is 23% of the price. So yeah, it's a good deal. It all depends on what you think is the future of the company. What's the potential of the corporation going to be? And that's how you price a stock, of course. SoFi, 23.14 right now, 23.14, up 12 cents in the pre-market. There's just a steady drumbeat of good vibes coming off of this stock that I pick up. I am noticing how just bit by bit, I'm noticing more and more positive kind of leaning articles and the upside of the stock, the potential of the company, the diversification of this corporation's business plan. They advertise like crazy right now on television. You're going to see a lot of this. This is a very heavily promoted and will continue to be a heavily promoted entity to new members out there. This company is growing leaps and bounds with regards to how many new clients they're attracting. And I think the shares are a bargain here. I think the mid 30s to the high 30s is very attainable in not too long a time frame. And the unpredictability of the stock is, in my opinion, that there could be a few days where she slumps a little bit, but there are going to be more days where I think we're going to be surprised at price surges where the stock will kind of meander along and then have a $2 run and then meander along a little, and then have another $2 run like every couple of days. I just get that impression that this thing is an unstoppable machine that is going to continue to attract a lot of investing, a lot of long-term investors, a lot of hedge funds, mutual funds, ETFs, and others who are going to take a position in this stock while it's down here before the market in general understands and gets it that this entity is going to become a major banking force, because they offer right now the opportunity for you to trade stock online. They offer you to do all your debt consolidation online in private with your phone without having to talk to people. People can consolidate their credit card debt. They can consolidate their student loan debt. They can put together home financing, car financing, on and on it goes. They can do it all themselves through this, and it seems to be working. So SoFi, yeah, you heard me. You've heard me talk about this for a long time, and we'll be talking about it for quite a while yet. I'm not interested in this company as a quick little flip and I'm out of here. SoFi is going to be a core of my stock recommendations to anyone who cares for probably quite some time. Gores Holdings, the company that's going to be known as Matterport sooner or later. The stock is 1560 on the pre-market. Quiet trading, nothing going on. Everyone is waiting. Everyone, anyone who cares about Matterport and Gores, what are we waiting for? We're waiting for the SEC to approve and rule that the latest filings that Gores has made with the SEC are known as the accepted final filings, and now they can call a shareholder vote. We're just waiting for the date of the shareholder vote. We know the routine. You get your shareholders, you get the vote date, you send the proxies out, everyone votes for the takeover, you have the meeting, it's a rubber stamp 15-minute thing, it's all done, and then within a week's time of that shareholder meeting, chances are, and usually what happens is the stocks start to trade as Matterport, in this case, MATT. In the meantime, though, the shares are already indicating to me from the outside looking in, the street, those who know about this deal like this deal. And those who know about this deal are 0.001% of all the market players in the world. I mean, virtually no one knows who Gores Holding is. You know it. I know it. We talk about it. But the rest of the world at large, I have no idea. The Gores Holdings, Matterport name is probably more known in certain circles than Gores is. But as far as the stock market is concerned, most of the market has not yet put together 1 and 1 is 3. But when they do, like SoFi, watch out. So Gores, 1560, $30 stock, no trouble. Beyond that, no trouble. The stock's going to trade ahead of itself, just like all these other meme stocks. This one will trade ahead of its value, but it's justified because Matterport's growth rate is just blowing the doors off of the norms. Like SoFi. SoFi's business is growing so dramatically, so is Matterport's business, that the shares will trade at a higher value than what they're worth. But so what? Amazon did that for, I don't know, 30 years, 20 years. They're still trading higher than they're worth, by the way, Amazon. Just a little aside. Okay, Virgin Group, VGAC. At the moment, we still have to use the symbol VGAC to look up the Virgin Group Acquisition Corp stock, or VGAC stock. Yesterday was shareholder vote day, and it was approved that Virgin Group would become 23andMe. 23andMe is taking over this company, and it's now officially done. It's being papered, I guess. It's papered, done. The stock symbol changes, I think, after the weekend. So Monday or Tuesday of next week, this symbol will go away. A new symbol will appear, and that is ME. The name change will be done. Everything else is 1 for 1. So if you have 10,000 shares of the stock now, you got 10,000 shares of 23andMe instead. You have one call contract that you own. You have one call contract of 23andMe. Same exercise price, same expiry date. Nothing has changed in that regard. What is going to change is the stock price. This likely will change. In my humble opinion, this should be in the $25, $30 range in the very near future. Upon, again, the market at large figuring out there's a new listing, and it's 23andMe. They don't know that. We know it. We're into it, and we can't understand why the rest of the world doesn't know it because we're so into this. Well, we're so close. We're so far into the forest, we can't see the trees. So we have to you got to breathe and relax and just let this happen. And this is going to make a lot of you a lot of money. You're going to make a lot of money on this one. FAII, that would be Fortress Value Acquisition Fund. FAII has their shareholder meeting in 4 days to approve the takeover from ATI Physical Therapy Centers. And ATI Physical Therapy is the nation's largest physiotherapy center, and they're going to get bigger once they become a public company. $10.02 is the price of the stock at the moment on the pre-market. There's nothing trading. It's just semantics right now. But we have the shareholder date 4 days from now, the 15th of June. The deal will go through. It will start trading as ATI probably within the week after the takeover is done. And the days of looking at $10 stock prices for Fortress are going to be over. And the question then is, well, what prices are we going to be looking at? And I come back to, you know what, if these go to just $15 a share, just, give me a week or two after the merger and they're trading at 15, so many of you are going to be in the chips to the tune of thousands of dollars each, because you have been listening to me, you've been taking my advice, you've been picking up at the money or out of the money calls for at least as far as you can go. In this case, at least November. I think you're going to do really nicely. CJ English, thank you for becoming a member of this channel. Jason Loss, thank you as well for becoming a member of this channel. Love you guys coming in here. It's fantastic. Jason, I'm back, he says. I'm back. Way to go, buddy. Nice to have you here. Ryan, I'm gambling 5 VGAC calls for June the 18th. I got him super cheap at 70 cents, and he is gambling. There's no ifs, ands, or buts, because in a week from now, these contracts die no matter what. Now the question is, do they die in the money, out of the money? I don't know which ones we have here. I'm assuming he's got 10s, but I could be wrong. I hope he does well, but he does need a move sooner rather than later. So let's hope for the best. Again, there you have it. Thank you, everybody, for popping in here, hanging around with us. Joanne, SoFi Stadium. SoFi, this is the kind of promotion they do. They've got the Super Bowl at their stadium this year, the College Football Championship game in 2023, and the opening closing ceremonies of the Olympic Games in 2028. SoFi, they're promoting all the. Wow. Geo Designer, good morning, Uncle Bruce. My little brother made his first stock trade. He got 100 VGAC at $10 and is seeing his money go up. Right on. He's hooked now. Let's go. All right, there you go. So there's nothing more thrilling than when you make your first trade and you see the shares go up in value. You go, oh, this is all right. It's like free money. I'm getting richer here. Now you know how Mr. Buffett becomes a multi-billionaire. He owns just a whole bunch of stocks, and they all go up, or generally they try to go up. Right on. Larry is passing on happy birthday greetings to Maya. Right on. Bobster here. Hey, how you doing, buddy? Thank you for this donation. Uncle Bruce, have you checked into the SPAC BSN? I heard they are looking to acquiring Vertical Aerospace. Never heard of it. Never heard of the company. You have to forgive me for not knowing most of the stocks that you ask me about that I don't talk about, because I do talk about 15 or 20 companies all the time. There, of course, are thousands of listings out there. What, 5,000 public companies, 10,000 public companies? I mean, the Russell 2000 alone is 2,000 different companies. And I likely may not know some of the stocks that you are following or you've heard about. And that's just because I'm a one-man wrecking crew here, wearing 15 hats at the same time, trying to stay on top of what I'm doing. I am so busy staying on top of what I watch that I haven't got too much time to go out of my little world at the moment, because what I've been watching and telling you guys about, there's so much happening and going to be happening that I'm going to be even busier watching the stocks that I'm monitoring here with you guys. And I'm very well aware of how many of you are following these stocks, and you're you're into them in either shares or options, or you're thinking of writing call contracts and stuff. So it's getting more and more complicated and varied, and it's getting much more exciting. And you have to just bear with me while I try to follow through on companies I've been talking about for the last number of months, because I'm not here to talk about a company for 2 weeks and then move on. I'm not looking for those kinds of trades. I'm I would. Who doesn't want to have a stock go from $1 to $200 in a day or two? Who doesn't? But that's just not realistic. We're here to make money and grow a portfolio. And a lot of you, I think, are here because you want to be able to sleep at night comfortably and know that your investments are, working properly for you, and that you've got a little bit of diversification in your portfolio and a little bit of stability with a little bit of excitement here and there. But long run, you're trying to grow your wealth. And I just I don't have 15 people on a research department working for me to bring me the latest, hottest issues. And it's possible that I miss a couple of hot stocks. Yeah. Oh, sure. I mean, no question. However, if I can keep you away from making mistakes, even better. And I seem to do that a lot to try to kind of keep you, focused on where you should be focused on. And if you find that I'm too boring because I'm just not giving enough action, then you are probably figuring out, it's telling me that you're not an investor. You're a gambler. And you're looking for a site, and you're looking for a YouTuber that can give you the hot stock pick of the day. And, it's not often I'm going to be able to do that. Again, because that is a 100 to 1 shot kind of deal where 99 times out of 100 you lose money in the long run. And 1 time out of 100 you might make some money, but you may not make enough to cover the losses. You lose so much on the first 10 attempts that attempt 11 doesn't even get you even yet. You're a winner, but you're not even on all the losses you had. So, guys, there's only so much I can do. Anyway, there you go. Here we are. Bob Waka. I personally like to sell covered calls. I take gamblers' money, and if I'm wrong, I simply will do a rollover for more profit. It's like I'm a casino. The house always wins. I agree. I agree when you, Ryan, you bought that contract at 10. Way to go. When you're the writer of a contract, you are the casino. And once in a while, the gamblers win on you, but they just turn around and put it right back in the market. They put it into the next slot machine, start gambling again. And the key here is to keep being the casino for the long run. That's where you're going to be. We're the big winner. You're the one with the waterfalls and handing out the free drinks. So thank you, everybody, for following me on what I'm talking about here. Let's see what else is going on here. Thank you, everybody, for popping in. Appreciate this. Let's see what kind of GameStop bounce we're going to get this morning before writing my first cover call, so I can use that premium to pick up more VGAC today, right? Well, the stock right now, 231. It's been sitting at 231.35. If the shares, after the first half an hour, if we kind of settle things out, don't be surprised if they go down 200 and go up to 250 today. They're gonna be all over the place. But this 240, 250 neighborhood, they want to do that. If that's what they want to do for us, then you want to take a look at writing, say, next week, Friday, or the week after. You might want to look at writing 280s, 300s, 320s, something like that, and taking some money off the table. If you want to write for, say, a month out, you may want to write 350s or 400s. Take a look at the premiums and see what you can get, and score. If you can score a buck a day value, you write an out of the call contract on GameStop, and it can give you at least $1 a day premium depreciation rate. So it lives for a week and a half, and let's say it lives for 10 days. I'm just using numbers. It's a 10-day contract with 10 days left to go, something like that. If you can write it for $10 or more, and it's out of the money, then that's $1 a day to you as it shrinks in price. If you're writing a 30-day contract and it can bring you $25, $30, there's 80 cents to $1 a day. 7 days a week, coming to you in depreciation. And that's just to hold the stock. And you're writing a premium contract out of the money. That's a higher price than what's trading at. Good thing. If you have a 150, 160, 180 average, and you're writing $300 call contracts and getting $30 a contract in premium, you're selling out at $330 for something you paid less than half of that for. Good move. I like the way that works. What do we do with the money is up to you. Buy more stock on GameStop on dips. Buy other stock. Buy long-term contracts on other stock. Just sit on the cash, pay bills, live on it. Perhaps to keep the money in at bay. And if the shares have a dip, the contracts have a dip, you buy them back in a nice low price and rewrite new contracts on a rebound on the stock. There's all kinds of ways to play this. Anyway, welcome one, welcome all. Did anyone watch anyone here watch Houston episode 7 about the ETFs being shorted to create a price fall on GameStop? I have no idea what that is. I have no idea what that's about. What else is going on? Uncle Bruce, what exactly break even means when placing call or put options? What? I'm not sure what. I don't get the question. I don't know what exactly break even means when placing call or put options. Placing. Are you writing? You're not buying. Again, I don't know. It's too cryptic a question. Ona, I was wanting GameStop to go down a little more. I have found a couple $1,000s to buy more. Just my luck, though. It ain't over. This is the pre-market, and pre-market is just an indication of what's going on. And the real market, we may find that we open at 230 on the open market, and then within 15 minutes, it's at 210, just on a big dip on a sellout. Put a buy order in at 210.15 a share or something like that, or at 211.03 or at 201.64 or something like that. Just put a buy order in, a price you're prepared to pay, and if the shares come to you, they come to you. If they don't, they don't. You've got cash. Who knows? I mean, they could go to 250 in the first 15 minutes. I could be deliciously wrong, and they go straight up. But I could be, I could be in the neighborhood. These, how these go. They can go up $20, down $20 in no time. Anyway, there you go. Everybody, thank you for popping in. I was going to mention something else, and you think, I should have mentioned it right away. Now I've forgotten what I was going to mention. Getting old. Pablo, thank you very much for this phenomenal donation. $99.99. What a way to start the day here. This is super. Thank you. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. Printing money for a few weeks now. All good stuff. I'm glad you are. I hope all of you are able to print all kinds of money in your accounts. That's cheers worthy right there. Here's to making a lot of money by printing it. I hope your shares are treating you well and taking care of you all. I know that in some cases, some of these shares don't have to do very much. Some of these stocks don't have to do very much as far as like these SPACs go. SPAC goes from $10 to $14. That for some of you is tens of thousands of dollars in profit, just tons because of the leverage on your options. And I am thrilled to see that. This is why I love it when just when a SPAC goes from 10, 11 to 12 to 13, the channel lights up because people are going, whoa, I'm way up on my contract. That's how it works. The leverage can be very, 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 very good. And this is why I keep asking you to go way out in time to be able to enjoy these, because you never know the day it happens. So there you go. Alan is asking me, I have positions in FAII and SOFI. No position in GORS. If I want to eventually write covered calls, should I increase one of my owned positions so I can write more contracts on one stock? Well, obviously, the day will come on some of these SPACs sooner or later. Eventually, they'll all hopefully be in a position where you can start considering writing call contracts against these stocks and bring in income. Which one is the first one is always the question, the second and the third. If you have enough money and you can acquire, 5,000 shares of each one of these companies and just sit on them, and then when one of them reaches the, coveted price point that you want to now start writing calls against, great. But if you don't have enough money to do that, you're sitting here going, which one do I buy? You're trying to pick off the one you want. Well, you can't invest like that necessarily. You have to really be more realistic and go, well, there's certain stocks I like. There's reasons why I like them. Fundamentally, corporately, I'm going to have my position in these. If you have some call contracts, you made your position there, and hopefully between the shares and the call contracts with the leverage, that you'll make a nice score on a move where you can perhaps roll your call contract cash into stock of that same stock, even though it's gone up on you, because your objective now is that, well, I made such a nice score on these call contracts, they are allowing me to buy this stock now that I'm going to immediately start writing call contracts on, because I've made my money going up. Now that it's here, I want to, grab, get enough stock that I have on top of what I've got to start writing calls to bring in cash to solidify my hold here. That may be one way to go. The other way to go, of course, is you diversify your holdings as best you can. You've got some stock here, you got some stock here, you got some stock here. They are hopefully moving for you. And down the road, you may decide, okay, well, I got 3 different SPACs. One went up to here, one went up to here, one went over to here. I'm going to sell the 2 at the lower end and buy the top one, or I'm going to sell the top performer and the bottom performer and buy more of the middle performer, and I'm going to write calls on the middle performer because I can go from maybe 100 shares to 500 shares by making this move, or from 1,000 shares to 5,000 shares, and I want to write 50 calls or 5 calls at a time. And I believe I can bring in, say I can bring in $3 a month in premium per month per share. And with 500 shares, I'm bringing in $1,500 a month in income, where if I have 1,500 shares, I'm bringing in 4,500, and on it goes. You'll make your decisions at that point. But Alan, that is a quandary. Welcome to the real world. Jason, Uncle Bruce makes me sound like a genius on social media. I've been promoting these SPACs for months, and since they're starting to pop, they're starting to listen. Jason, you're a god, man. You're becoming a god in your own right. Good morning, Tony from Bama Babe. Bama Babe. Let's see here. Thank you, CJ. How you doing? Bruce, I'm sure I speak for everyone when I say it is very kind and generous of you to give us the information you do for so little. We can't thank you enough. You have good things coming, as do we. Well, I'm gambling on you guys. I'm putting in the time to help you through these markets, and I hope that you do really, really, really well. And some of you who do very well, even some of you who do mediocrely, in a mediocre kind of way, have been very generous to Jennifer and I. Jen and I, we appreciate it. And thank you for being members of this channel. That is the first sign right there that you enjoy what I bring to you. Thank you for that. And then there are the super chats, which are fabulous. Those of you who send us donations through our PayPal link, thank you so much. That is the big one for us. That is the real big one. The PayPal donations. Those mean more to us than anything else, because 96% of those dollars that are sent to us make it through the banking system right to our entity, and we have instant access to those funds the minute they clear, within hours. It's amazing. These super chats are great. We love these super chats. This one right here, you bet. This kind of a super chat right here, holy moly macaroni, this is awesome. But keep in mind that if you send me a $100 donation through this, I get $70 of this. 30 goes to YouTube, and it covers all the costs of YouTube. And they make money off of creators, because creators make money off YouTube. It's a symbiotic relationship. I don't mind making YouTube money. I don't. I'm glad that I want them looking at this channel going, we like this guy. He's good for us. But this kind of donation on PayPal, I would get $96 of this. So it's really big to us when we see donations come through PayPal. I try to keep an eye on my phone at all times, because I'll get these little alerts popping up, like you probably do on your phones. These little alerts will pop up and going, you just got a donation. And I try to catch it and mention it immediately. Any donation I get on PayPal, I generally I'll mention the name, whoever the sender is, although sometimes you ask me not even to do that. But we don't say the amount. We keep that confidential, because there's some people who would like to support us, but they don't want, they just don't want that. No, they just kind of go, hey, we love you. Here you go. Thank you very much. It's kind of like the doorman at the hotel. You ask the doorman where the nearest bar is, or where this so and so is, or a good sports bar or whatever, and he tells you, and then you slip him a $5, in the palm of his hand, and nobody sees it. That's what PayPal is sometimes too, and I thank you all for that. So those of you who are making these kind of very generous donations to us, boy, are we thrilled? Yeah, we are, and they come through to us through PayPal. Oh man, we're really stoked. We thank you. Soon we will offer classes, and you'll be able to participate in those. We're going to have classes for options and trading, market strategies, how to be a better trader, how to anticipate markets, how to be able to read the markets. I have to help you out with psychology, the psychology of the stock market, to help you better handle this stuff. You've got good days and bad days. Yesterday was kind of a good and bad day all in one, where some stocks are going down, some stocks are going up. And a lot of you were really wondering what's going on. That is the psychology of the market that can really eat you alive if you don't know how to handle it. And if you can anticipate it better and you can understand it, you allow it to happen, you'll find that your life will become much easier to take inside this marketplace. How many of you bought more GameStop yesterday at the dip? Asks Max. Anyway, thank you all. When we have the classes ready to launch, we will let the members know first. All viewers who are members of this channel will get the heads up before the channel gets the heads up that classes are ready to roll. You will be sent a link if you choose to go with it, to be able to reserve a spot for live classes. I know a lot of you have been reaching out to me privately going, hey, can I just send you money now? I'll just send you some money. I don't know how much you want for these classes, but I'll send you a bunch of money, and can you just sign me up for these classes? I don't care which ones you have and all that. No, we're not doing it. not doing that. I'm just saying to all of you, just bear with us, because we have got a ton of work being done at the moment. We are very close to a few major steps here that we have invested in. And into next week, we will be way down the highway here to be able to start launching these classes. And then I will give you folks the heads up privately through the members program first. So all of you who are members of this channel, look for a private message for that. And then you'll be able to, if you would like to reserve a slot, you'll be able to go out there. I will tell you, though, I'm going to be upfront with you. There won't be enough to go around. I just know it, because I will not open a class for 500 people. There's no way I can do a live class presentation to a room of 500 people on a Zoom call or something like that. How can that work? That's impossible. These are going to be small and intimate, but you'll immediately sense the value. You'll go, oh, this is a good deal. Oh, great. Okay, I see what he's doing here. Small number of people, quality time, benefit is huge, and then those classes will be reposted after they're edited to make them nice and concise. Michael Knox, thank you for the PayPal donation. Speaking of, we will re-edit those classes. We'll edit them up, and they'll be on the website, which we are building, and then you can just watch them at your leisure. And once you acquire one, you can watch it again and again and again. And then you'll get the value out of that. Some of you will realize, oh, you know what? I like the reruns better than the live. I'm just going to get the rerun. Yeah, I'll just wait till he posts these. Oh, okay. Because on this day he's going to do that class, and on that day he's doing that class. Oh, well, a couple of days after each class, there's the video. There's the class right there on the website. Perfect. Some of you will realize, you really like the live experience because you want to be able to give me questions on the fly. Where others of you will go, hey, rerun is great because of my crazy schedule and my world. You can watch it at 2 a.m. if you want. If you can't sleep and you need to fall asleep badly, you might want to watch one of my classes at 2:30 in the morning. And by 3 o'clock, you might be sleeping as a baby. Don't worry. The next day, you can rewatch that class when you're awake, because once you own it, and you can watch it as many times as you like. So maybe I'm going to be the perfect solution for some of you folks who are having trouble getting to sleep out there. I'm doing all I can, man. I'm doing all I can. Thank you. Let's see what's going on. Thank you for all your kind words today. Let's go. Let's see. Uncle Bruce, how do we calculate option prices? Like, like say, should I get $10 calls on FAII or 12.5? So let's say the stock goes to 14 in a few weeks. That's why we are going to do these classes. This is exactly one of the million questions that have to be figured out. And I will go through this with you guys to try to help you out. But there is no one answer to this question. There is no simple, oh, we'll just do this, because each stock is different. Each situation is different for the kind of investing you want to make and for the kind of stock you want to invest in and what it is you're expecting and when and how. And that is, again, with the classes, we will go through these scenarios here. But on FAII, all I'll say to you on this is that we know the shareholder meeting's in 4 days. We know the takeover is going to go through. The question is, what will the stock do in the first month of listing upon the merger? Do you get a $10 call or a $12.50? And I've been telling you that you can go as far out as you can. It's a good idea. And getting either is okay. Getting either of these is fine, because if the shares go to 14, you're a winner either way, most likely. But I prefer that you guys get the 10s because the 10s are in the money the minute the stock breaks $10 a share. I mean, they're just in the money. And stocks in the money definitely move when stocks move. Those out of the money will move, but not as quickly, because you're paying all premium when you buy an out of the money contract, like a $12.50. But if the stock goes to 14, it's $1.50 in the money. So that value is locked in. You've got that figured. But there's a premium, but the premium will have shrunk from when you first picked up. Doug Fletcher, PayPal donation. Thank you, Doug. Thank you very much. Anyway, so there you go. It's not a simple answer. And notice I can't give you a complete answer. It's not that simple. And sometimes the answer depends on the buyer. It depends on you. This is the other part of it that we have to get into, which we will. Anyway, thank you all. Let's go. Uncle Bruce, how do you feel about writing cash secured puts on tickers you are bullish on for the premium? I don't have a problem with it. In other words, if you believe in, let's say you like VGAC, 23andMe, and you write put contracts against the stock. So let's say you write, I don't know, you're going to write an out of the money put or a $10 put on the stock, where you're saying to the world, I'm going to sell this put to the market, and if I get exercised, I will buy this stock at $10. If the shares go down in price, I, as the put writer, I have to buy the shares at $10, and the contract is good for 2 weeks or 3 weeks or a month, whatever the time. But you get paid, let's say you get paid right now $1 for a 3-week contract or a 2-week contract. I'm making all this up. None of this is official. Don't look at the charts and say he's way off. I'm just making this up. So you write a contract, get $100 to commit yourself to buy 100 shares of VGAC for $10 a share. But the shares go to $11 and $12 in the next couple of weeks, and they stay there. Again, all theoretical. That put is worthless, because no one's going to make you buy the stock from them at 10 when they can sell it on the open market for 12. So that put becomes a zero value, but you keep the buck. So you put up the money up front, $1,000 for that call contract or that put contract. You told the broker, here's $1,000. I want to sell this put for 2 weeks or whatever it is, 3 weeks. I'm prepared to buy these shares for $10 each if somebody wants to hit me with it. Here's the money. And you now have $1,100 in your account, the $1,000 of yours and $100 from the sale of the put. If the shares don't go down in that time frame and they don't stay there and they go to $11 or $12 a share or beyond 10, that contract will shrink into zero value as it expires. It'll expire worthless, and you now have $1,100 in your account, and you're under no obligation to do anything. Now you can turn around and go, oh, okay, the stock's at 12. I'm going to write an $11 put for a couple of weeks, because sooner or later, within the next few months, and weeks. These contracts I'm talking about with all these SPACs will be available on the dollar. So you'll be able to buy and sell 10s, 11s, 12s, 13s, 14s, 15s, calls and puts all the way up. Anyway, you might write put contracts as an ongoing strategy just below the price of the stock or 20% below, or wherever you're comfortable with. Something like GameStop. You tell me, yesterday morning when we were at $2.90 a share, would you have written a put for $2.50? Because it went down to $211 and it was in the money, $39. You may have been called yesterday during the day already on your put. You don't know. But at the moment, at $230 a share on GameStop, if we were open now, which we're not, you could write right now a $200 put contract on GameStop, good for today or next Friday or the Friday after. Jeremy, thank you, buddy. Thanks, Jeremy, for the PayPal donation. I just saw. You could write a $200 put. Maybe you can bring in $15 a share for, say, a 2-week time frame. Again, you have to cough up right now up front the money that you need to buy that stock. If you're prepared to pay $200 for it, you better put up 20 grand for 100 shares. So you put up the 20 G's and you got 1,500 credit coming into your account because you sold that put. You wrote it. Now you're on the hook to either buy that put back if you want to end the deal, or you have to buy the stock at $200 a share, which is the 20 grand you put up. Now, if you're right and the shares stay over 200 by the time the contract expires, you keep the $1,500. Yay! Well, you made $1,500 on 20 grand. Is it a 3-week deal? Great. 2-week deal? Great. That's really good annual money. On the other hand, though, if you are forced to buy the stock because the stock goes to 180, you now have to, your 20 grand turns into a 100 shares of GameStop. Now you're sitting there going, yeah, well, I got 1,500 up front actually. So I'm really only paying 185 for this stuff because, I'm on the hook at 200. I got 1,500 up front. So I'm on the hook at, it really costing me, 185. But hey, it's down to 180. I'm down $5 on the deal. But at that point, you could go, well, I'm a shareholder of GameStop. Gosh darn it, it was at 230 when I wrote this darn put. Now it's 180 and I own this stuff. Geez. Well, you could turn around and write a call contract against it or another put contract. So you could write maybe a 150 put against your 100 shares. Or you could write a one call contract at 210 or 220, good for a week or two, against your stock and bring premium in either side and play the game. Hence the classes. Hence the classes. All righty. Thank you, everybody. Oh, we're going to be busy. We're going to be busy trying to figure out ways to help you make more money. And I hope you like that idea. I think you will. Jimmy, thank you for becoming a new member. Appreciate this. Let's go. What else is happening here? We have so much going on here. SoFi right now in the pre-market, 23.22, up 20 cents. Bart, thank you for this donation. Euros, $10 10 euros. Hey, Uncle Bruce, is it a good idea to buy GameStop calls? $400 for January for a premium of $55, or 300 or the 300 calls for $75 for January. Should I buy them? You want to buy, or would it be just to buy some stock, but less than 100 shares? Okay, all right. So, well, if you buy a $300 call, you're going to pay $75 a call. You're saying so that's $7,500. It's going to cost you to buy a call contract with a $300 strike price. Right. If you buy the 400, it'll cost you $5,500. So that is big money. Otherwise, you could take the $5,500 or the $7,500 and buy stock in the open market. Now, at $230 a share, you're going to get 30 something shares for the $7,500. If the stock goes to 200, you can get 37 shares for $7,500, or 27 shares for $5,500. So it's not enough to write contracts on, even if you did that, right? So if you want to play the upside of GameStop, this is an expensive way to do it, and you are definitely at the moment at $231 a share, $70 out of the money, $69 out of the money on a 300 call. But we've seen what these can do. And so that 300 call when the stock was trading at 340 last week or a couple days ago would have been probably trading at over $100 a pop, maybe 110, 120. And so there's a gain to be had there. On the other hand, it's a big amount of money. If you're prepared to put up to $7,500 to play GameStop calls, you know, I have not been mentioning to people to buy calls on GameStop. I haven't been saying it. The only options I talk about with regards to GameStop is to write call contracts, to bring money in because you're holding 100 or more shares. You should be paid for what you're hanging on to. But this is a risk that you have to take yourself. I like the idea of being $100 closer to the market myself. That's where I'm at, because here's where I think about it. Look at the difference between the price of those two contracts, $55 or $75. All right, then they're $100 apart from each other, and they're the same. They're the same the same expiry date. Reality tells me that if the shares were to go up today, $100 a share, the $400 call will only go up to $75. You'll only gain $20 on a $100 stock move. That's 20 cents on the dollar return to you. That's terrible. It's lousy. It's not great. On the other hand, if you take a $300 call and the stock went up $100 today, all theoretical, but it went to $330 this afternoon, you would be 30 in the money, and you'd have until January, right? That call will not go up $30 in value or $20 in value. That call would likely go up about $50 to $60 in value. So it could be worth, say, $125, and you'd be up $50 from the $75 starting position, and that is a nice return just today. If the shares go up $150, well, okay, in a month from now, your 300s would be 80 in the money, and they'd probably be trading at $150. You'll double your money. On the 400s, you'll still be out of the money by $20, but you'll probably be trading at around $85 a pop, and so you're up $30. You can make more money on a 300 all around with the movement of the stock at this point. But you got to pay $2,000 more to get it. So there's your answer as best as I can give it to you. You got to decide whether you want to play that game or not, because that's something I can't go into. Anyway, that's just me. All right. VGAC and 23andMe expected to occur on June 16, the symbol change. Upon closing, VGAC will change its name to 23andMe. Yes, trading expected to begin on NASDAQ June 7, the new tickers. Yes, that's right. This is all correct. Lou, you got it. You know it. You figured it out. All right. Jermaine T. Johnson, I'm really excited about the classes. I've been watching for months, but the classes made me move the membership. Thank you, Uncle B. Right on. I'm looking forward to giving those classes too. I really am. Skylar, good morning, Uncle Bruce. Accidentally got one SoFi June 11th contract, $25 for 50 cents. Can I sell it today if I ends up in the money? You can sell it now. You can sell it anytime you want, anytime today. It doesn't matter if the stock's in the money or not. It doesn't matter. Take a look at your contract and see what it's trading at. It's probably got value to it. I'm not sure how much, but it's certain it's got some kind of value to it. Let me take a look at this one today. This is what, a $25 contract? Yeah, okay. I'm showing 6 to 8 cents as of last night. Now the shares are a little ahead right now at 23.22. If the shares today can get up to the 24.50 range by lunch hour, like in the next couple of hours, if they can get to 24.50, this contract is likely to be worth more like 50 cents. If the shares can hit $25 by lunch, in other words, a 180 move from here, you need a miracle. But you can get that. You're probably going to be looking at 50, 55 cents a contract. If they actually get to $26 today, anytime during the day, you're worth $1 to $1.10. Run for the hills. I tell you, definitely keep an eye on this between now and about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I would say like the next 3-4 hours. If these shares can run up to 24, 24 and a half, 24.75, these contracts might reach 30 to 50 cents, and you might get out alive with your money, and it just can't take it. But of course, what are you risking? You put up $50 to buy one contract. I hope Right now, they're worth $8, $6 to $8. So this is an education to see just how these are depreciating. The stock at the 2350 contracts, which are just out of the money, those closed at 25 to 30 cents last night. They are worthless right now, the 2350s. Like if this is the end of the day today, they're worthless. But at the moment, they're worth 25 to 30 cents. But as each hour ticks by today, all these contracts that are just out of the money will all lose 5 cents an hour in value. Every hour, they will shrink to zero. A $28 contract is 1 to 6 cents. A $29 contract is worth zero. It's not even trading anymore. Like you can't, no one wants to buy it from you kind of thing. You don't have to buy it. You're out of the money, $5 on a $28 contract. The $23 contract last night, just in the money, is shooting 45 to 52 cents approximately because it's 23 cents in the money. But again, if the shares go to 24, then a $23 contract has a $1 book value. It'll be trading at 1 to 115. Just to give you an idea, because today is expiry day for these contracts, obviously. All right. Well, we're having so much fun here. Thank you, everybody. Think about writing a sell call. Think about writing a call contract SVAC with $15 strike price at 105 a share. Thoughts, should I set the strike to 17? I would not be writing or selling anything against SVAC right now. I wouldn't even be considering it because my hunch is that upon completion of the deal, the shares could pop to the 15 level and you could then look at writing 20 or 25s. But you don't want to be writing 15s because you're just going to have to buy them back in the money. And theoretically, look, you own stock at 10 and you're writing a 15 call and you get $1 for it and you get exercised. You're selling for 16. It's okay from that point of view. You've made a 60% return on your money. If you're happy with that, knock yourself out. But you have to ask yourself, is this what I want to, is this it? Because if I wait until it gets to 15 and then I write a 20 and I can get $1 or $2 on a 20, I'm getting taken out of 22 for a $10 buy. I'm being taken out of 22 versus 16. But that's up to you. This is your call. On the other hand, you might be going, yeah, but Bruce, I'll be happy to be bought out at 15. They can take me out. I'll just turn around and buy them back, and then I'll write 20s. You could play that game too. I understand. There's a reason for these classes. So many possibilities. Nate, how you doing, man? Nate Colgrove, thank you. Doing a great job, Bruce. Thanks for making us money. Thank you for this $31 donation on Super Chat. Appreciate it. That's awful kind of you. Appreciate it. 9 minutes from the opening. We've got the Dow up 109 on the pre-market, S&P up 8, and NASDAQ up 17. Oil is at $70.44 right now. And so that's where we're at right now. Positive opening there. The GameStop is jumping around. At the moment, it's getting hit at 225. So it's dropped from 236 or so to 225 in half an hour. And I am not surprised. I am not surprised to see this kind of an attack on GameStop because it's early days here. At early minutes, we have to wait for the market to truly open to really gauge this market. Gores is $15.75, by the way, up 19 cents. So those of you who are into Gores, you're richer this morning. And VGAC right now, pre-market 11.10 right at the moment. It was down to 10.80 and it's now 11.10. Roger, thank you, Roger, for your donation on PayPal. I got it. It came through, man. Thank you. I really appreciate this. 11.10 on VGAC, and higher prices are coming. Fortress showing $10. It was trading at 10.02, but $10. No real volume on the pre-market, so we're not going to worry about too much about that. Okay, let's see. GameStop 225 is where we're at right now. Okay, and like I say, we're getting ready for the opening here in a few minutes. And I appreciate all of you who have popped in to say hi, who are already here watching. Thank you for those of you giving us thumbs ups. We have 643 thumbs ups on this show already with 37 minutes still to go before we open. Am I complaining? No, I am not. Actually, maybe I should be complaining because we are opening in 7 minutes, not 37 minutes. But 645 thumbs ups. I appreciate that. We're getting ready for the mad dash with Jim and Mr. Faber. So we are getting close to the opening. Thank you for these thumbs up. We're approaching 700 right now. I appreciate that. That is a sign that you enjoy what I'm doing, and I love it. And you're helping YouTube promote me to other viewers who don't know who I am yet. That's good stuff. Okay, everybody. 6 minutes to go. 728 thumbs ups and counting. Yoko might not have to be put on the turntable at all, but she's right here. Anytime you want to hear some deep-seated screaming, I can put this album on. If we get 1,000 thumbs ups though before we open, this will not go on the record player. But I'm just saying it could. 764 thumbs ups, 236 to go, 773 thumbs ups. Now we're only 227 away from keeping Yoko in the sleeve rather than putting her on the turntable, which is right here. It's my Spaceballs helmet right there. That's my turntable. And there we go. 802 thumbs ups, 198 left to get. Thank you, everybody, for these thumbs ups. I really appreciate it. All right. GameStop 223.70 is where it's trading at right now. Okay. And FAII is sitting at $10 a share. Over at Gores, we're sitting on the pre-market now at $15.75. On others here, VACQ, Vector Acquisition, 1060 up 8 cents. That's going to become Rocket Lab. SVAC, $10 on the nose. At the moment, jumping around between 10 and 10.04. We have, let's take a look here. Oh, Fifth Wall. That's going to become Smart Rent. Fifth Wall, 11.31. Doing very nicely in these early days. Still got to wait another 60 days though for that one to go through. NAF site at $10 right now, up a nickel. Okay, we'll take that little gain. And VGAC pre-market now, 11.16, up a penny. The high today has been around 11.40 already in the pre-market. That's interesting. 50,000 traded on VGAC. 23andMe is what it's going to become. AMC was up today, still up $1.50. They were as high as 46 a share, 44.32 right now on AMC on 5.5 million shares. And then SoFi, our friends at SoFi, 23.11, up 9 cents, hitting a high today of 23.40 so far in the pre-market. So the shares have jumped around a bit here and there, and we're waiting for the opening, which is in 3 minutes. The thumbs up count, 850 on the thumbs up. We're 150 away from 1,000 to hit 1,000 thumbs ups before the market even opens. I thank you all for stepping in here and jumping on these thumbs ups for me, making those analytic computers at YouTube. Try to figure out what the heck what are they doing over there at that little tiny YouTube channel that this guy Uncle Bruce has. Why is it that little channel always gets 1,000 thumbs ups in the first hour that he's on the air? What is he doing with those people that they would do that? And why aren't we sending more people over there? Because obviously they're having a good time. They're finding him useful to some extent. And there we are, 9:05. We're only 95 away. We should send more people over there to see what he's talking about. And of course, what we want is as many people to join us as humanly possible to find out the story about GameStop and SoFi and everything else we're following. Make them fans of these stocks and have them join the party. 920 thumbs ups, 80 to go, 69 to go. We're at 931, 69 thumbs ups left. Thank you, everybody. Bring them in. Let's get to 1,000 thumbs ups. We got 2.5 minutes before we open. They're on a commercial break on CNBC. Hit that thumbs up button for me, and let's get it to 1,000 right now, and we are ready to roll this show over. 55 to go now. They're coming in, baby. Thank you. Love this. 45 to go, and we are at 1,000 thumbs ups. Here they are. 39 left to get. 961 in the house. Only 32 thumbs downs today. That's a good sign, too. A 30-to-1 ratio. Up to down. This is good stuff. 34 to go, 31 to go, 969 are in the house, 31 thumbs ups, and we're at 1,000. 18 to go. No, make that 28 to go. 972, 28 to go, 13 left. We're at 987. Thank you, guys. Here it is, 994, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bingo. 1,000 thumbs ups, 33 down. That's a 33-to-1 ratio between this and this. This is huge. Thank you, everyone, so much. The folks at YouTube are scratching their heads going, what does he do that makes this happen? Because we have other YouTubers with 5 times as many viewers, and they can't get 500 thumbs ups. What is this guy doing? Thank you, everybody. I love you guys. Chew Dog, I'm buying 20,000 in VGAC. Please tell me I'll be okay. You'll be okay. You'll be all right. Very good. Yes, with SSR in place, the short sale restriction is in place on GameStop. Will it help? It won't hurt. It will not hurt, which means that with SSR, what that means is anybody who wants to short GameStop, they cannot just hit the bid and try to run the market down. They have to offer stock at a higher price than it last traded at if they want to get off stock on a short. And that makes it a little more inconvenient for them to get out. So way to go. Anyway, there you go. What else is going on here? Thank you, everybody, for being here. We're trying to keep up with the comments. We're opening here in just a moment. We're just about to start trading. In just this last few seconds, the boys are talking over there on CNBC, getting ready to fire everything up as I'm trying to bring up the comments as quick as I can to catch up with you all, which is next to impossible because your comments are just coming in fast and furious. I love you guys. I Smell Money, new member. How you doing, I Smell Money? Thank you for joining in. Also, Zach, thank you for this donation. Morning, Uncle Bruce. Morning, Roger. We got to send our Canadian brother a signed Black Pumas record. Let's go. Man, oh man, I don't know what that means. Alex, hey Bruce, I'm considering writing 735 puts on GameStop at a $230 strike price for today. I would take in over $1 million in premium. Do you think this is a wise move? Oh man. Okay, so you're gonna write puts on GameStop at 230. That's ballsy. I have no comment on that. That is out of my area to compute money quickly at this age to really understand it. So you're on another level that I'm not currently on because I'm dealing with people talking about 1, 10, and 100 contracts. And we're not in that kind of level, but it sounds pretty cool. Good luck to you. Buckle up, kids. We're about to go. We're open right now. 219 on GameStop. Right at this moment in time, down 53 cents a share on 850,000 opening volume on GameStop. SoFi 2320 on 98,000 shares. We're up 18 cents on SoFi to start the morning. 23.27 right now. 219.25 on GameStop. 45.38 up 250 on AMC. Gores 15.52 down 4 cents. VGAC 11.03 down 12 cents on 118,000 shares. Initial opening. We've got Fifth Wall at 11.33 down 3 cents. Vector up a penny. Navsite up 15 cents to 10.10. Starboard at 10.02. Fortress up 2 cents to $10 at the moment. The Dow starting with a 107-point gain. S&P up 8. Nasdaq up 9. GameStop now at 220.13 down 26 cents to start the morning. So we've got that first little sell-off, which was nothing. We may now have a bit of a run here. We'll see what's going on. Let's go. Buckle up for the dive. Let's see. And what's going on? Uncle Bruce, although I'm heavier with VGAC and SoFi, are November 15 calls for FAII reasonable? Well, I would not be afraid to buy those. Because even if the shares only get to 15, you will make money. You will have a higher premium value there. So if they're cheap enough, fine. But I would really rather you got in lower on these call prices. Pay a bit more to get a lower strike price. What is this guy doing? He threatens his viewers with Yoko. Oh, against me. You have no idea. You have no idea what goes on here. Aligio, 145% up on my VGAC call and up 6.2 up on my SoFi call. Thanks, Uncle B. Thank you, Leo George. 23.05 up 3 cents on SoFi. 226.64 up 6.25 on GameStop. GameStop now is traded 1.1 million to start the day. We're popping up. AMC 45.24 up $2 on a volume of 10 million. Gores just went positive, up 20 cents to 15.76. Gores holding volume 8,500. That's all it took. 8,500, and Gores is up 20 cents. VGAC at 11.03 now. 135,000 shares. They were 11.01 to start. They're now 11.03. Not a lot going on, but they are only down 12 cents at this moment. That will become 23andMe officially the ME trading symbol. I think on Tuesday, they tell me. Fifth Wall down 3 cents. Vector is up 2. Navsite up 12 cents to 10.07. That's NSH. And Starboard unchanged. Fortress up 2 cents to $10. Okay, 227 on GameStop, getting stronger apparently. Volume is approaching right now on GameStop 1.2 million. Very, very good. Going higher. Okay. We've kind of figured that. Uncle Bruce, my 25 VGAC December calls are doing really well, but when will it be best time to sell? 30 to 60 days before expiry. Well, Oasis, you know what? You've got these Decembers, and it's not a question of how long before expiry. It's kind of a question between now and when the shares reach a certain point. And I'm looking for VGACs to be in the 25 to 30 range is where I'm going to be comfortable. And at that point, you know, whenever that is, if that is in a month from now, 60 days from now, 90 days. So, you know, July, August, September, we might be, you know, I might be yelling at you going, this might be the time. Let's see how it goes. You're into $25 calls, so you're out of the money a ways. But if they get to 25, 30, you're going to be in the money and nice little bit of premium left. You should be all right. Let's see how it goes. And let's go here. Bruce, I know this wasn't on the recommended list, but I picked up 3 January 2022 $12.50 calls for NHIC. That's Bill Gates, Jeb Bush backed metal security software. They're listing soon too. Well, you know, you take your chances. I don't know, Bruce. Do you think the volatility of these meme stocks hurts them by not having regular investors consider them as an investment? I think we're missing out on more people jumping in, or is this a new way? You know what, Vic? There are more people in your stock now because they're meme stocks than if they weren't. If these weren't meme stocks, they wouldn't be doing anything. They would be in oblivion. They would be like in the back room, and no one would care. No one would be covering them. No one would be talking about them, and the management would just be trying to struggle to get any kind of exposure. There are thousands of shares out there, thousands of publicly traded company stocks out there that don't trade and are completely anonymous, and you don't want to be one of them. You just don't. You're better off being in a meme stock like GameStop and these others because of the amount of press they get and the millions of shareholders that are being attracted. Vic, you're a winner being in these meme stocks, not a loser, because you're surrounded by an army of believers. Whereas if these became non-meme stocks, they would be just dropped off and for all but forgotten. So hang in there and let's enjoy the ride. Let's see what we can do. Excuse me. Let's see. $23 on SoFi, 230 to 231 on GameStop, up 10, $11 right now. Let's go. Just nibbled a few more VGAC shares. I can't wait for these option classes. 230. We're going higher. 230, 31. Welcome. Yeah, here we go. SoFi is co-manager with Morgan Stanley with 4 new Chamath IPOs. Yep, we know that. And this is where SoFi, in my opinion, is going to be recognized and is going to be discussed among investors on a par. How do I say this without sounding pretentious? SoFi is not like a penny stock, all right? SoFi is a $8.5 to $20 billion monster and growing. It's a big deal. These guys are in the same business as Morgan Stanley and Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan. They're in the same exact business. They're in the same business as Bank of America, Wells Fargo, all these financials. This is the newest up and coming financial, but this thing is not a mature financial, which means boring. This is the new wave of financial. Online banking, online investing, online financing, online everything. It is the way everyone is going. They're leading the charge. They're the first really into it with a bunch of dough. And these shares will eventually reflect a much higher value as investors get it. They get it through their heads because right now they just don't know. It's not their fault. They don't know that this thing is going to be the leader of online banking because they are taking off. They are absolutely taking off with how many customers they're attracting and how many deals they're attracting. But again, you are so early in this game. You're a 0.1 percenter, and 99.9% of the market is not aware of just the potential and the upside of SoFi. But they'll find out sooner or later, next week, next month, next year, when they figure it out. It's gone. It's gone. Anyway, there you go. 228 on GameStop. AMC at 44.40. Gore's at 1560. VGAC 1098. Fifth Wall 1133. Vector 1058. Navsite 1010. Starboard 1006 and Fortress 1002. They're all higher to a degree. They're all breaking the $10 barrier now. Whereas last week, 2 weeks ago, we were still talking about SPACs in the 980 to 990 range. They're not there anymore. They're all moving a little bit. What can I say? We're going to have some fun. Just stick around for the show, and let's make some dough. There you go. The Dow is up 90. S&P is up 5.8. NASDAQ is up 12.8. GameStop at 1229.27 right now. Volume on GameStop to start the day, 1.98 million. There's buying coming in, picking off cheap stock. It's not panic selling. The sellers are being overwhelmed by acquirers, people who want to get in. And there are bargain hunters sitting at 210, 200, 215. I am sure there are bargain hunters all over the place trying to pick off GameStop. Not enough for sale. Whatever was sold yesterday is gone. Whoever got kicked out of the stock got kicked out yesterday. They got blown out from that 300 level all the way down to 211. And they're gone, and there's nothing left. 232, 233 right now on GameStop. All right, Bruce, I went long on SoFi and GameStop. Let's go. Love Bruce, damn it. I love the man and his brain, his good soul, the truth, nothing but the truth. Well, we do the best we can. Let's hope we make some money. Bring on the knees. We got to get the knees out there to get these stocks going. The knees are coming in, absolutely dominating the chat right now. It's awesome. The knees are moving up this market. And let's kick them in there. Here we go. There's no defense. There's no mercy for stocks. They're going to go higher. Fantastic. Okay. What else is happening here? So much going on. Let's go. Don Russell is saying that SVAC filing that Zyxtra Tech announced that its CEO will participate virtually in a fireside chat at the 23rd Annual Credit Suisse Conference, June 15th at 8:15. That's promoting the company. Yeah, that's a smart move. That's going to help Europeans figure out who this thing is, SVAC. That could definitely help SVAC stock prices at 10.04. You bring in some buyers of stock on that. Watch out. 233 now on GameStop, going higher. Okay. Let's see. Thank you, everybody. Good morning, everyone. Did you ever get your plaque from YouTube? No, haven't got it. Not yet. Let's go. Let's go. GameStop, don't go up yet. I was so close to buying back my contract for 41, and now it's back up to 49. Please. 230. It's jumping. By the BTW, by the way, Any reported that the word is that after the latest board meeting, or was it the ER, a whale purchased about 425,000 shares of GameStop after the latest board meeting. Okay. By the way, Uncle Bruce, you think there's a chance Morgan Stanley and Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan are shorting SoFi as they're the new kid? No. And want to keep them down because no, they don't. No, they're not going to do that. Bruce, I was joking about GameStop puts. You're the best, man. I never learned anything more valuable in my life. You're the best. Thank you. Let's see. Is that a Monty Python reference? Yes, it is. Bruce will live 1,000 years on how much he's loved for his truth and his soul. Aaron, Stockmers, I seem to have forgotten which stocks and SPACs you recommend. Do you have some kind of handy list that might help me and the viewer?
I wonder why would he ask me that question? Does he have an interest in me showing something off like this? These could be some of the SPACs that I recommend. Is that, or could he actually wonder if I might show off this and talk about the companies that I'm mentioning as well? I'm wondering why he would say that. I wonder. What could I say? There's the SPACs and there's the other one. Those are my faves. Why would he ask me that question? Bruce, why not? Why don't I learn? When GameStop reaches those highs, I always think it's going higher. And then when they come back, I feel like they're going to go lower. Welcome to the psychology of the stock market. Welcome to how this game works. 230 to 31 right now on GameStop, up $10, $11 a share. 22.92 on SoFi, down a dime. AMC up 73 cents to 43.54. Gores up 13 cents to 15.70. VGAC 1108, 1107, 1108. Fifth Wall 1150. Vector 1056. Navsite 1008 up 12 cents. Starboard down a penny at 1003. Fortress up 6 cents to 1004. Just little tiny signs of movement here and there are beginning to creep into our markets on our SPACs. Yes. Okay. When are you going to recommend new SPACs? I'll let you know. New banner. Our foundation of investments are starting to grow. That's right. They are. I bought Welch's Grape Calls. There you go. Hey, my bagel is green. Love the green. Why is SMH red? Sometimes it goes down. Sometimes it goes up. Woot, woot, goes the whatever. Mr. Mojo BF, because people online keep saying it's going to go up to 1,000 per share because of the squeeze. Please don't do that. Robin Wang, new member. Hi, Robin Wang, 27. Welcome to the channel, the show. Glad you're here. Joe, Uncle Bruce just wrote my first cover call on GameStop. Strike price, $250, $250. Expires today for $350 premium. Time to grip this under. Laughing out loud. So there you go, 252. The stock's at 228, 230. You're taking in 350 for today, $3.50 a share. Thank you very much. Yeah, if the stock stays under 252 at the bell, that 350 is all yours. Thank you very much. On the other hand, the stock's at 245, even with an hour to go or half an hour to go. Those might only be 50 cents. And you buy them back. But you know what? Staying under 252, you don't do anything. You just take the 350 and say, I'll take 350 a share today for my stock. And those of you who are writing calls for next Friday, you could look at maybe 280s, 290s. You might bring in $15, $20. I don't know. It depends on the pricing of the contracts. You know how they are. They fluctuate up and or down. June 18 contracts. Let's see if I can see anything like that. What's this here? This is 11th, and this is June 18th. Next week, Friday contracts. If you want to write 260s, you'll bring in 15 to 19 bucks. 270s, around $14, $15. 290s, you could get as much as $12, $13 for a 290 for next week, Friday. That's not bad. I mean, if you get taken out at 290, okay. But in the meantime, you get to pay $12 for 8 days of your time for every stock you have, for every 100 you can handle. So that's $1,200 a 100. You have 200 shares. That's $2,400 between now and next Friday to offer your stock up at 290. Not a bad idea. Okay, let's see. Now that things are starting to take off, how did you come up with these? That's an ancient Chinese secret. Bruce, how do I get more capital invest in your picks? Sell body parts. I don't quite know. There's a real name, Robert Rang. I'll be stealing Peter's. That's a real name. All right. Does anyone else play Tendeman song on repeat all day while the market is open? Let's see. Bruce, do you ever feel like you come closer? Do you want to rock? Come on, let's rock. Who wants to rock? I want to rock. Oh my gosh. Who doesn't want to rock? In my dream last night, I was strapped into a rocket and all the stars spelled SoFi, VGAC, GameStop, NSH, Blunts and Bagels. Morning, Uncle B. Any news from VGAC meeting yesterday? They have announced the date it begins trading publicly. I think it trades Tuesday as ME. That's all I've heard so far. Okay, thanks, Mike. Sold 22 contracts, decent payday, hopefully. Popa Wop. Uncle Bruce, my first calls, SoFi, January the 21st, 2250 calls in the money are up 9%. They are at 2306 right now. VGAC January 21st, 1750 calls, out of the money. I'm up 236%. Any explanation why the out of the money call is worth so much more? My hunch is that when you bought the VGAC calls, they were so cheap that you scooped them before the rest of the market figured out what was going on. And now they are piling in behind you to get in. And that's helping. Also, of course, the stock has gone up probably from the $10 range now to the $11 range. And that's a 10% increase in pricing. Whereas your SoFi, I don't know where they were trading at where the shares were at when you bought the contract, but you might only be up 5% on the stock or so. I don't know. But that's the leverage of these things. But, if both of these shares go up $5 in value, I don't think you're going to be complaining. So, yeah, I laugh out loud, sell body parts on the black market. There you go. That's what I could do. Let's go. I need to catch some sleep. Catch you on libations later. Alex, you take care. Rob, buy a money tree like I did. Harvest every 3 months or so with a small cost. VGAC finally green. 11.19 up 4. It's going up. AMC dropping, they say. Down 29 cents. It's true. SoFi 23.08 up 6 cents. GameStop 223.92 is still up 350, but it's jumping around. That's what it does. That's what it do. It do that. Let's go. We're going up, people. Let's see. We are the Bruce Army. Uncle Bruce, SoFi 1750 calls for next Friday. I'm in at 1950. Should I sell or keep holding? There's very little of FIV left to burn. You've got it until next Friday. Okay, there you are right now. Well, 23.15 right now. If they take a run today to the 24.25 range, then do a rollover today. You can always do that. I mean, you're in the money and you're ahead on this, I'm sure. But right now, 23.13, let the stock get a little run in because it only just started. Maybe it's got a little move in it for you, and you can do a rollover today. Let's go. And here we go. I talked my hubby into giving me $2,000, and now GameStop is going up. Woo, Oda. Well done. It's at 11.16 right now. John, I know SSR is on, but how does it get shorted on the way up? How does that work? Well, if you want a short stock, the last trade on GameStop was 225.24. You can offer stock at 225.25. 225.26, 225.30. So you offer stock at various prices going up. And if the stock goes through those prices, you're shorting. But you are offering stock on an up move. You can't hit the bid and drop it and make it go lower and hit the next bid, and artificially make it drop. You can't do that today as a shorter. You can only do that if you're long the stock and sell into bids, if that's what you want to do. All right. Feds, Bruce, the number we see on our screen, do you believe is the wrong number? And perhaps GameStop and AMC are way higher than we can actually see? I don't think so. I mean, you can verify your quotes by looking at other sites simultaneously, Go to Google and just enter GME stock, enter, and you'll get a stock price right there, a quote right there, live from Google. You can then switch over, just scroll a little lower. You'll probably find a Yahoo price quote. Go to Yahoo. You'll see the price there. Look at the price you're getting from wherever you're getting it from, and then compare the three. You'll probably notice that they're very similar to each other within, sometimes a penny, if that. Okay, I talked him into $3,000, says Multi-Dog. Let's go. Charles is saying bagels with Bruce coffee mug arrives today. Stocks will take a run. Cheers, everybody. Thank you for ordering these items through our Redbubble store. Jen found somebody yesterday imitating my channel and offering these items on Redbubble under their name to try to cheat us out of royalties that you folks are generously giving us whenever you buy anything on Redbubble. Please be sure to double check that when you are on what you think is my site for our items that you're buying from Bruce Frommert, you're buying our merchandise from us, not an imposter. And I thank you all so much for that. Anyway, there you go. But there are people out there who are cheating, and they're just trying to scoop in on our company, our stock, and I mean our channel. It's sad, but it is what it is. All right. You know what? I have to change my gym hours since I found you. Hard to work out, listen to you, make all these great trades. I can't, I can't be doing this, man. I got to be doing it when you're, oh man. By the way, everyone should hold on to roughly 50% of their profits in cash in December until tax season, so they don't have to worry about those taxes. May have some powder for those who didn't prepare. Almost time to buy GHVI on the daily dip. A GHVI 15.93, up 37 cents. AMC's turned positive again. GameStop is up again, up 7.84 to 228. SoFi, 23 bucks, down 2 cents. VGAC, 11.05, down a dime. That's what we got. We got the stocks that are fluctuating. That's what they do all the time. Bootleg Bruce sits out there. When my husband leaves at 4 a.m., he says, I trust you, you diamond-handed mother. You know what? Okay, Obama, babe, I'd rather be addicted to stock than crack. Well, okay. Kevin, anyone tried to sell GameStop calls on Fidelity today? The app wouldn't let me. You may have to phone it in. It's kind of crazy. What can I say? Bye, Selah. Selah, thank you for being here today. Hilarious. Hope you're having a good day today, Selah. Having a good day, and nice to have you here as a new member as well. You have a good one. We'll see you later. Got to get back later for drinking. Got to work, guys. Way to go, Selah. Go get them. Take no prisoners. All right. Thank you, everybody. 2:30 now on GameStop. 2:31. Looking stronger. Up 10.5 again. Someone was trying to buy their calls back. Did you get them? Because the stock dipped. Did you get them at 41? 2:30.24 now. Coming on again on GameStop. It's funny how it works. Agor's 15.88. VGAC 11.02. We're jumping everywhere. I forgot. It's Friday, says buy and hold. It's Friday. Oh, my gosh. Bill, I keep reaching for more money to invest, but the piggy bank is always empty. It's not fair. Boo-hoo. It's not right. Jane is saying, Selah, we'll see you later. Selah, see you later. Okay. What can we say? It's S&P 500 pushes further into record territory. The S&P 500 is up 6.98. The Dow is up 64 and NASDAQ up 39. Record highs on these indexes, or just about at record highs, very close to it. And we're at 229.52 on GameStop. The high of the day, 234.37, only 5 away from the high of the day. That is nothing for this stock. This stock can blow through that like hot knife through butter. Options are wonky on TD for me today. No movement and low volumes and interest. Maybe it's the app. Phone in a call. What is this? Stone Age? I'm afraid some are making you do it. Selah, Bruce, laughing aloud. It's Selah. It all depends on what you're drinking. Selah, have a great day, Selah. Ben Zayapur, $5 donation. That's five. That's 5 British pounds sterling. That is real money. Bruce, I have FAII. I got 205 shares. SoFi, I got 171. SVAC, I got 203. VGAC, I got 644. I have $4,000 more money to put in today. Where should I put it first? What should I do? You got FAII, SoFi, SVAC. Have you got Gores? Where's your Gores holding? GHVI. You need to get your Gores holdings. You may want to take a look at some Gores holdings, GHVI. That might help you out a little more. Selah. Benny, anyone knows how to buy Blockbuster shares? Can't find them anywhere. Yeah, that's right. Vixie, I get the impression that some people send in random off-the-wall comments just to listen to Uncle Bruce read them. Then I suspect you get a good belly laugh after he does your dirty deed. Vic, do you think that's what you just did? Thank you so much. I try to read all the comments because I keep thinking you have something reasonable to say, but then I remember who I have as members. I keep forgetting that my members are wacky. There are a whole bunch of wacky people out there, which I love. And, they come up with wacky little comments from time to time. What can I say? I don't know. The only way I could sell a covered call on GameStop was to call TD Ameritrade, says Visceral. But it's worth your while if you pull this off. So I would say, just do it and get her done. Anyway, there you have it. You know what? Damn it, Jim says, I feel as if Vixie's talking about me. That's what I think is going on here. Yes. Yes. Okay. 230, 233, 234 on GameStop. We're now up $13, $14. 235 on GameStop. That is a new high of the day on GameStop. It's just reached a new high. 236.42 is the high trade of the day now on GameStop. AMC is only up 60 cents. GameStop's up 15.64. 236 going for 237 now. It is approaching it and has just broken through 237 like a hot knife through soft butter. Right through 237. There you go. It's going. 237. But the dip, says Mentats. Nice going. GameStop 236.79. and running right now. Uncle Bruce, I bought call contracts expiring November of 12.50s and 15 for $2.14 and 170, and the calls on FAI at 10 for $2.95, also for November 21 expiry. Does that sound good to you? It sounds all good to me. You're getting in there out into October. You're going to make money. Good stuff. Good move. And let's have some fun. NAV site right now, 10.02, up 7 cents. We've only just begun to make money. That's great stuff. Alrighty. Yeah, GME jumping dollars at a time. That's what happens with an oversold stock. It went way too far. Who sold at 211? Who was dumb enough to do that? 236 from 211, $25 move since last night. How about that? Okay, let's keep it going. Butter. Just like butter, man. Just like butter. Went like through butter. Uncle Bruce, doesn't matter what day of the week to buy call options since they expire on Fridays. You got to pick the day it looks good for you. You got to pick your day and make your moves. Some of you like to play the options games on Fridays. Others of you loved Wednesdays. Some of you like Tuesdays. Sometimes it's just the stock will tell you when to make the move. Right now, looking at GameStop at 235, 236, you might want to write 280s right now. Maybe right now you want to write 290s. On the other hand, some of you are going to go, oh, this GameStop could go up another 10, 15 bucks to 250. Then I'll write 300s. How about I'll do that? You gotta feel it. You gotta feel the vibe. You gotta what's your excitement level. I mean, we have someone who just wrote a 252 contract for today, expires today. The stock's now 238, only $14 out of the money, but it's still out of the money, and there's a 350 premium. If he gets taken out, 257 or 56. It's 239 now. You got to decide for yourself how you feel this. What do you like on it? 240 on GameStop, going for 241 right now on 4 million shares of GameStop. 240 on the stock, 240.95 on GameStop. This is how this stock moves. Welcome to normal. Welcome to meme normal. Up $1 on AMC, up 33 cents on Gores. VGAC 1098, that means bargains on the contracts. We're having fun here. We're going to jump up. We're going to jump down. We're going to go up and down. That's just the way this is. And we're used to it. We know how these stocks can swing dramatically when they get rolling. And we also can sense sometimes resistance levels and support levels. We feel at 237, 238 again after topping out at 241-ish, 241.13. So welcome to GameStop. Obama Bay before the purge, the huge drop last week. I wrote a 320 for $29.80 a share. This week in a wild ride, stock went up to 344, then down to 211, bought the contract back for 90 bucks. Jumping everywhere. Jumping Jehoshaphat's. Joshua, I sold my GameStop share 211. I needed money because these bootleg Bruce mugs are getting expensive on the resale market. That's a bullshit comment. Reddit, speed watching Bruce. Catch you all in about 10 minutes. Oh, yeah, here we go. Chris, something definitely up with TDA. Everything in the application is freezing, both app and desktop versions. That's TD Ameritrade. Something definitely up. All right, Conan, me too. Looking forward to the classes. Hey, great, howdy. Gores hit 16. Gores 1609, up 59 cents. 1608 right now. It's running. Did you get that? Did that gentleman buy those Gores like I told him to? The TDA Thinkorswim app is working for me. 235 on GameStop. 1608 on Gores. People are getting richer on Gores holdings. Let's keep it rolling, kids. Laughing at Uncle Bruce, calling out the bullshit. He's calling it out. Visceral, thank you. GHVI, it's going. Tried almost all the brokerage apps. Sadly, Robinhood is the best, but is the least buggy. But hey, when it breaks, they did it on purpose. Deep value. Hey, Jen, deep value. I'm up 900% on GameStop. I started with $4,000 and I'm around 60 grand now. Laughing out loud. Why the face? You gotta love that. Randy R. been on VACA 10 days. What I miss? There's nothing going on, Randy. Nothing happening. Dan, Bruce, I can hear your hair growing back from being so worried about GameStop. Bagel and cream cheese sounds good, Uncle Bruce, today. Multi-dog, about these classes. I think you should get the worst possible students for the first class to flush out all the problems. I nominate myself. There you go. Nani Chung, Uncle Bruce, have you looked into the current meme stock of UWMC? I don't even know what that is. Your opinion would be appreciated. It's going to be added to the Russell 3000 information. What does it mean for the stock? Sounds like someone's promoting it. It sounds like you're promoting the stock. Sounds to me like you already own it and you're trying to get me to talk about it to promote it even higher. I just get that vibe. 235 on GameStop right now. AMC 43.19 up 38 cents. Gore 16.03 up 47 cents. SoFi down 32 cents to 22.70. It's on a dip. It's a dip. So SoFi going down, GHVI going up. Why can't they all just go up simultaneously all the time? Why can't they just go all up and never, ever go down and only just go up? It would be so much easier to make money this way. Jane Doe, good morning. Auntie Jay, Auntie Jen. Jen is here, and she is making herself some water for her tea now. How about that? Yes. 236.17 on GameStop, up 15.78. High of the day, 241. And we hit a low of 211 last night. How about that little bounce back so far? Wouldn't that be funny if it went to 300 today? It bounced all the way back. What would the guys at CNBC do? Would they be all over the stock like they were yesterday?
Whiplash.
Don't count on it. Whiplash, that's right. Don't count on it from CNBC. Oh, my gosh. Multi-dog. No, and what's it? Knit and Pin 85. Multi-dog, the worst possible students are the best. Learn the basics. Sharon is saying hi, Jen. Hi, Sharon. Cam, I just looked in my lunchbox. The wife has packed me a Montreal bagel with cream cheese. It's going to be a good day. It's going to be a good day. People are going, bagel predictions. What? No, don't go up yet, says Ona. No, Ona, no. It would be not funny. Hi, Jen. John Anderson. Hi, Jen. Jason. Bagel. Jane Doe. Yummy. JW. Bagels are commodities. Gores is ripping, says Don. 16.20 up 64. It is ripping. It's going. You guys are getting richer. How about that?
Did you tell them about the new bagel emoji on the iPhone now?
Apparently, there's a new bagel emoji available on the iPhone upgrades, the updates. You know how your iPhones update when you don't want them to because you just figured out how to use it. Now they upgrade. There's a new bagel emoji apparently with some schmear on it.
Quite a few new ones.
Quite a few new ones apparently. Maybe bagels are being talked about on the internet more and more. Wonder how's that possible? Where is that coming from? What? I don't know. 230.90 on GameStop. Gorst 16.10 up 64 cents. It's funny how these stocks all move along. Morning, Auntie Jen from Wally's World. I wonder if Jen lays in bed staring at the ceiling, thinking to herself, it's time to make a bagel for this man. I don't know if she does that. Nick, we bounced all the way back the next day after the last earnings. Remember that? Jane Doe, I ordered GF bagels today. Bagel. Benny, are you going to have classes in Spanish? As Uno momento, por favor. No, I don't think so. Jamie, good morning.
We might have lived in SoCal, but not enough to make it stick.
Yeah, we lived in Southern California, but not where that. Hi, Bruce. Did you know that CNBC and the media were so biased before the obvious GameStop bias? Did I know that? Yeah, I knew that. Is this a trick question? Visceral, CNBC, GameStop is up $100 a share, and the biggest dead cat bounce in U.S. history. Get out while you can. Retail's getting bored. Blah, 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 blah. That's a quote coming up from Visceral. Thank you, Visceral, for helping us out. Bruce is making millionaires every day. Hi, Jen. 85 here already, says Mike Sullivan.
What?
We just sent him that. That was in Florida. We just sent him that. Maybe we should call it back. We sent him the cell phone amplifier, and he's teasing us. What a guy.
Now he's going to have a good use for it.
He's going to.
That's where I use mine out on the deck.
Let the
neighbors enjoy my country and Western.
There you go.
And talk radio, it's the best.
Listen to Uncle Bruce broadcasting Uncle Bruce over the neighborhood through your cell phone amplifier. Way to go there, Mike. We love you, buddy. Oh, man, this is good stuff. Damn it. This stuff keeps going up. I'm going to get some plush shag carpet to line my van by the river.
Yes.
This is going to be nice. Must be some bagel cult, says buy and hold. Anti-PC says, laugh out loud. I really don't want Gorse to go ripping right now. I have money saved up for a call I want to spend money on. 16.18 up 62 cents. It's ripping, baby. It's ripping now.
So it's just nasty when the market doesn't do what you want.
Exactly. It doesn't stay. It's calm.
It's
Bagel with a
weird,
schmear, says Jane Doe.
Bagel with a schmear.
Bagel with a schmear. Gluten-free classes. Con Tio Bruce. Haha. Bagel. Benny L. Could try to translate them if I needed anyone. Tendies por favor. Por que la discriminación, Tio Brusco. Oh, man. Jen boot scoot boogieing in the yard. That's what she does. L. Waffles. I failed Spanish in high school. Martin Shellert. Hi, Uncle Bruce. Can members somehow get you to share your opinion on a specific stock they own, one that isn't on your list of favorites? From time to time, I might, Martin, but from time to time, I might say, the market is exploding and I'm trying to cover what I'm covering, man. Help me out here. But what you could do, Martin, is send me a private email. And that's to brucefrommert@hotmail.com. And I'll see if I can catch up there.
To look it up.
Yeah, I can take a look at it. But, on the air, on the fly, not so easy. Jimmy, you smear it. Oh, no, I've pierced the toast. You smeared. We got Jane. I just want to hear Uncle B try to read. Yeah, you two are a real deal. Been in the 80s all week here, says Carlos. Finally got a Friday off to enjoy the beach, and it's 65. Isn't that the way?
See, that's here too. It's cloudy all over the interior. Yeah, that's okay. We need rain. They're predicting a wildfire summer.
Oh, we don't want that.
We don't want that.
We want rain, baby.
And we're good here. Like this little valley is it got a lot of paradise going for it.
But
that we are so protected, but you can't stop.
You can't stop the smoke from moving. That's why we don't want smoke 300 miles from here, because it'll drift over here like it does anywhere.
From Washington and
it
Oregon.
Does. Yeah. Washington, Oregon, California smoke comes up here.
Yep, it does.
It does. It wafts all over. You smell it.
From the north of our province goes over to the other provinces.
So true.
We get the American smoke.
I agree.
And it keeps our plums from ripening.
That's right. It retards
Lord
growth of our
knows
fruit.
you want ripened plums.
We want the ripened plums, man. It's supposed to be a PG channel, and then Auntie Jen shows up with this. I'm thinking today that Welch's grape jelly that made that long trip up here.
I tell you,
it's got to be a grape jelly day.
I might have tasted it. I might have had some.
That's just for me. You're not supposed to have any of that.
Was it? Oh no, I'm sure it was Smucker's I had. That. Oh, now that I think about it, that's right. It was the Smucker's.
She's lying.
That's right. LLPOS.
She's stealing my Welch's grape jelly, my Concord grape jelly. Why didn't you take the 747 jelly from the other guys and leave my Concord grape jelly to myself?
I was like 747
my super
jelly.
I lost her there for a minute. My supersonic jelly. Leave that to me.
One of us is having a
stroke. One of us having a stroke. We're gone. We're gone now. 232 on Gores. On GameStop. 232 Gores at $16.19, up 63 cents. And Jen is going to make herself some tea, and she's going to make me a grape jelly bagel. Oh, that's going to be good stuff, guys. Laugh out loud. I give it 15 minutes and then maybe another 15 minutes after that, says Thomas. Does Yoko sing in Spanish? Tio Brusco. I can't even believe that. I can't tell you that. Gores, Soars. No, Teresa, no idea. Is Jen having bagel making classes? Thanks for the answer. Much appreciated, Martin. Isn't it funny how once the short selling is restricted, GameStop keeps going higher? I wonder why that is. Why is it when there's a short sale restriction on GameStop, you generally have a pretty good day? Kind of funny, isn't it? Damn it, Jim. I'm noticing this channel has started a schmear campaign. AB, my 10 NSH 15 November calls on a rip was down 30 to 60 yesterday. I'm up to 15 now. Woohoo! Danny, Bruce, make me rich. Wally, Thomas is the best to live 15 minutes at a time. It's best to live. I just bought 100 VGAC. Well, they're on sale. Time to get them on sale is now. $10.95. I don't know how many more times you're going to get this. $22.52 on SoFi. That's on sale too. GameStop $2.29. Gore $16.23, up 67 cents. That's the high of the day right now on 182,000. That's it. That's all the volume on Gores. This thing's going to rip because there's nothing for sale here. Jane, a good thing you were able to cover some ones so far. Texas doesn't need rain. Thank you, Charles, for the donation. I got it. It came in on PayPal, buddy. Thank you. Fantastic. SoFi just announced Ruzwana Bashir to their board of directors. She was on the Forbes 30 under 30. Stocks at $22.48, down 54 cents on sale. Martin, also good on you trying to make an effort pronouncing my last name. Good job, too. Schellert. It's got to be what it is. Matter Schellert. Yeah, baby. Thank you. Bruce, do you have a bottom under your desk? Do you have a button, a bottom? Do you have a button under your desk that you must push, unbeknownst to us, that releases Jen to come out and do your bidding and bake your bagels? No, she has a button that keeps me magnetically stuck to this chair, and she touches the button, lets me off, so I can go to the bathroom. The ejector button. I am on my best behavior all the time around here. A deep value of the universe is the outcome of imagination. Then why try to acquire knowledge of the imaginative universe instead of plumbing the depths of your real self? You know, sometimes I think people just give me stuff to read. I really don't. If it only were green, going up 228.87 on GameStop. Gorst 16.19 up 63 cents right now. Okay, H-Town represent. We need rain in Houston. I need more time off to listen to Tio Brusco. Waffles eaten Mao. I don't know what that means. You can't use the R word, Bruce. Third word. Okay. We're going to be over 100 Fahrenheit today with the heat index today. It's smothering here. It's smoldering. Auntie, yes, Jane Doe. That one was the worst. I made a covered call for VGAC at $12.50 strike price. I was mortified when I saw it execute. Oh, yeah. Mischievous jelly snatching. Rabbit, I don't know what that means, but I'm sure it's sinister. What's going on here? We have a peach tree, but the something squirrels get all the fruit before we can pick it. They know what they're getting. If someone leaves their sprinklers on too long in Houston, then 45 gets flooded. Oh, that's not good. I will not repeat the word Uncle B said. I will not repeat the word Uncle B said. I will not repeat the word that Uncle B said. Danny, I love how much this channel has grown since January. Hope everyone has a good weekend. Danny Davis, thank you very much. We're having fun here. We're getting along. We're getting by. Trying to make a few things happen with a few good stocks here and there. What can we say? Let's see. Woohoo! $4 on the mushroom. I don't know what that means. Anyway, forget Welch's. It's Jen's grape jelly now. Oh, Bama babe, thanks. Don't steal the man's jelly. Will Jen convince my wife to make my bagels? I always have to make my own, says JW. First lesson, Buenos. Oh no. Uncle Bruce's supersonic jelly like Popeye spinach. I am what I am. Chris, thank you, Chris. Chris Horror, thank you for becoming a member of the channel. All of you becoming members. Love you guys. This is so nice of you. Good stuff. 16.19 on Gores, up 67. Oh, 16.23 up 67. Going higher. We got $11 gain now on GameStop. 232.05. 232.69 high of the day, 241. All righty. Welcome, Chris, to the channel. Uncle Bruce, I haven't been in to hear the NSH news. Purchased some 12.5 calls for August 20 last week. What was the anticipated merge date on this? Also, once I get some profit on these, I may push out further. Gray Fox, I don't have a date on this one. I don't know the date on this one, but the stock has been acting up a little and it's looking better. So, we get the impression that we're very close. As a matter of fact, all the SPACs that were sitting at like $9.80 to $10 for the last month or so, and a lot of these 9.85s, 990s, 995s, we're all wondering, why are they under 10? They're all over 10 now. They're like 10 or better. Fortress 10.02, Starboard 10.04, Navsite $10, Vector 10.55. And of course, Fifth Wall has always done well. It's 11.58 up 22. VGAC is now 10.90 down 24. Gores at 16.23 now up 67. So they're all doing great. SoFi at 22.53 on sale, but only temporarily. As far as I'm concerned, 22.53. GameStop 232.77. 233 now on GameStop. GameStop going higher. GameStop 233 up 1285. Okay. Chris, welcome, Chris. Am I understanding this right? You can roll a few grand into SPACs 1 year, make tens of thousands of dollars, roll that into a new set the next season, and a couple of times doing this, you're a millionaire. Am I getting this right? Is this true that you can join the Uncle Bruce show, become a member, get advance warning on these SPACs that he likes? He'll send you a private message as a member. You get these advance notices over everybody else about the new SPACs he likes, and that the potential of these SPACs is the kind of thing that you can roll them over and make that kind of money to become a millionaire. Is that true?
Are you talking about yourself in the third person again?
Bruce is getting upset.
Bagels are making me thirsty. No.
Bagels are making me hungry. Oh, thank you. AB, that could be true. I don't know. The bagels are here, everybody. Woo-wee, fantastic. The IRA money I sent from Fidelity last week showed up on Webull, snagged VGAC at 1098. Yeah, baby. Scoop that cheap stock and grab it now before it goes to the moon. Beautiful move. Beautiful move. Jen, these look great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
What's up on tap for you today?
I'm going to go into the craft room.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to start organizing the craft room.
This is when you don't say anything. You don't say anything.
Crap.
You just let her talk and encourage her and say, "Oh, that's good, honey. That's good." Yeah.
So if I don't come out, throw food in. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, take your phone with you. You know, if you get trapped in there, you can always call for help.
I've fallen. I'm surrounded by craft stuff, and I can't
get up. I'll send Bill, Bama, Babe, AB, Krista, Reddit, Anti-PC, Chris, Feds. I'll send them all in to get you out.
That's right.
They'll dig you out of there.
I have what are referred to as WIPs. It's WIPs. It's a work in progress.
Not WHIPs.
No. No. Other kind of whips.
The other kind of whips.
I don't know which is worse. No. So, you get in there and you start organizing, and then you go, oh, look, I forgot. And so then you just, sit and work on that for a while, and you forget your task at hand. It's the squirrel problem. You're focused, and then a squirrel runs by, and you're like, hey, squirrel. So that's my plan for today.
That's the plan for today.
That's my plan.
On top of everything else that's going on, there's plans. Do not get in the middle of plans. That's exactly that's it. Oh man, maybe I'll get a SoFi instead. Chris, hey guys, I have a Gores $15 expiring next week. I'm up a little. Should I get out? Well, you're up now at 16 and getting higher. Hopefully you can run this all day today. But you're gonna have to do something by next Tuesday, I would say. Where's Lou? I don't know. I've seen under the desk. There ain't no button under that desk. Oh no, Krista. So legged. Oh my. We need a clock on screen so we know we are 5 minutes back. It was 112 degrees yesterday in Fort Stockton, California, Texas. Fort Stockton, Texas. That's hot. Oh my gosh. 112. Canadian doesn't know Texas slang and roads. Confused. Yeah, well, of course, Perry Page. I have a phone with nothing but Simon and Garfunkel on it, specifically for that moment when I see my written contracts execute. Okay, Uncle Bruce got Grateful Dead and Company tickets in September. Normal is returning. Oh man, when you, Chris, welcome. Gadiel Gonzalez, Bruce, I want to buy more SoFi calls, but now that the price is higher, I'm not sure what strike price to buy. They would definitely be for January though, 2022. There you go. Well, you can look at 25s, but you're 22.34 on the stock right now, so they're coming down a little bit, hopefully for you. 16.18 on Gores. Cheers, everybody. The bagels are being consumed here. We're at 228.70 on GameStop. Oh yeah. Welch's grape jelly, baby. Woo. ME next Thursday. Okay. Where's Michael? I don't know. Auntie, I need VGAC to go up. I need GHVI to go down, and they will. I'll just have to be patient. Just feel better when they're taken care of, and I can exhale. Enjoy Fridays it should be. 1620 on Gores. 1092 on VGAC. That's where we're at. 2221 on SoFi on sale. Were you seeing the dead free? I gotta love the dead. Why can't they all go up together all the time? Gray, I got some NSH calls last week. Let's go. Bruce, should JP Morgan and the other large institutions be really, really nervous about what SoFi is going to become? No, they should be happy. New business partners. No, it's a good thing. Another partner to do deals with. That's good. It will all end for hedge funds, and we will all take off all the way up as soon as RC comes up with a dividend. A good dog's dad. Good morning. Hope I have joined in for a green day. Wouldn't it be great if GameStop announced at the end of the day they had completed the ATM offering? Awesome. Owen, I was out there building a new Amazon warehouse. Aaron, I averaged down on Gores the other week, and I'm finally green. Woohoo! 1618. There you go. 225 on GameStop right now. Okay. What else is going on? Bagel, 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 baby. It's bagel time. I got some VGAC and SoFi calls expiring next Friday. Should I sell today or wait a bit longer? You got till about Tuesday, Wednesday. After that, premiums are gone. No, I won't be buying a SoFi call. Dang, those babies are pricey. I buy, Pat D says, I buy closest to the money with options, greater upside for more gains. But I'm just a schmuck who got a degree in advertising just to work on cars I fantasized about as a kid. Well, you could write advertising. Hello, buy a Porsche. You could do that. That's a great movie. If anybody know the name of that movie? Hello, buy a Porsche. Sitting Bull, Game Changer.
What was the one for the Jaguar, honey?
Yeah, Jen and I both like that movie. Game Changer, the leader in this technology, and this is really good. 2 days ago, Matterport launches program for partners to build and commercialize apps and integrations on its spatial data platform. Yep, Gores Holdings, man. Gores is just going to rock when that Matterport deal is done. It's going to be so great. Seriously, you're going to be interested to see how many members of Bruce's become millionaires. This should be fun. Ready for the GameStop bagel bump. Oh, yes, that is a bonus now. Thank you, Felicity. Thank you, Felicity, for your donation on PayPal. Got it. It just popped in there. Thank you. James, say stocks Gober. Open a 12-pack of bagels, get GameStop Gober. Deep value. Time is on your side when you own shares of superior companies. GameStop, Tesla, deep value. Nicholas, thank you for becoming a new member. Welcome to the club. This is awesome sauce, man. Thank you. Membership is growing. I love it. Welcome. Welcome. Keith is right. People who succeed in the stock market also accept periodic losses, setbacks, and unexpected occurrences. Calamitous drops do not scare them out of the game. Here you go. Be good, YouTube. Paid for self as advertised. Nicholas, welcome. Whips in the craft room. Oh, yeah. Oh, my. Oh, Bryce, you crack me up. You make me so happy that I just can't explain it. I have the whips. No idea. Did Jen say whips? Uncle Bruce just used a bid. Just used a bid to get MNMD contract to save $5. Thanks for the tip. There you go. There you go, man. That's why they pay me the big bucks to be members and listen to me. To make big bucks. Okay. How many of you are going to get the Tesla Model S Plaid with your 10 days? Could Jen talk about whips a bit more, please? I see. Gen 2 suffers from the curse of productive procrastination. Yeah, IRAs means something completely different in Ireland. It does. Custom whips for desktop vapes. We know Jen gets down. I couldn't tell. Whips? Squirrels? What kind of 50 Shades are you Canadians into? Duct tape? What? Dogs, Dad. Bruce making me laugh this morning. Nice. Hey, Uncle B, how about reading some comments as one of the SNL Californians? Love when you read my name as Reddit. I am the Reddit blah 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 something. It's Rabbit. He's Rabbit. Oh man. My dogs are freaked out at just the mention of squirrels. What? Bruce was the gentleman holding my hair the morning after libations made me green. Oh, man. Well, we're watching these markets. Well, they're moving. The Dow was up to start the day. Now it's negative. It looks like it's given up about 150 points from its high. It's now down 10 points on the day. S&P is up a point. NASDAQ is up 28. That's where this market is at right now. GameStop, 230. I think that's higher since I started eating this bagel. 230.31. All right. Oh, yes. The concept of time. You've entered the outer bagel, or is it the bagel zone? Yes, a decent volume day today on GameStop. Wonder why. Let's see. Latest expiring call contracts for FAII available only till November 19 of this year. Would it be worth buying some $10 or $12 calls, or should I just stick with the stock and give it more time? You can get those contracts too. You can jump in those contracts. 50 Shades of Bagels. I have quite a few SoFi July 16 calls with a strike price of $17.50. Okay. Even though they are in the money, is it possible when I decide to sell, no one will buy them? Oh, no, there'll be a market. There's always a market. There's always a market. Tonight, right here on this channel and on TWB, Traveling with Bruce, dual live telecast tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern, with your host. Live trivia tonight. You want to have some fun? Join us tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern time, right here on this channel. Members only. You get to join in on the trivia show with the gang from Traveling with Bruce. 7 o'clock Eastern on both channels, simulcast, live trivia. The questions are all written up. They're all ready to go. I got the trivia all done. Oh, we're going to have fun tonight. Another membership bonus. Live trivia, Friday night, 7 o'clock Eastern time, tonight on this channel. Be there or be square, kids. I'll tell you. The craft room. The craft room. Thanks. But when you say partner SoFi with a larger institute, do you think that also means an acquisition will occur? Or is the Amazon rumor still the best bet? Well, it's, I've talked about the possibilities of SoFi instantly, medium time, long term. I mean, there's possibilities here. This thing is growing quickly. It is going to be, and it is already the largest online fintech company there is. These guys are already offering online trading, and they're a publicly traded company. I mean, this company is going to make a ton of cash. These shares are going to go. They're going to go for a shot. They are going to be a 3 handle. This is going to be a triple digit stock. No question in my mind. I just wish it was today, but it's not. But eventually, there's a chance this could become a takeover target. There is a shot at it, and that is when it gets interesting. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so excited to take your classes, Bruce, so I know what the heck you're talking about. Michael's here. Can anyone see this, or am I in Tony's cell? Am I in jail, or can you see this? Mike, you're locked up. We see you, Mike. We see you. I'm buying FAII. Where am I? Here we go. I'm buying FAII, NSH, etc. calls now. Your IPOE and VGAC calls should have been purchased months ago, friends. Jump into the swing at the right spot. Stop chasing. There you go. There you go. Pick the ones up that are quiet. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's go. Thank you, everybody. Susan is here. Susan Shops About. New member. Welcome, Susan Shops About. Nice to have you. Welcome. Welcome and welcome. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. What else is going on here? Welcome. Welcome. We have a good dog's dad has joined in here. Sent me a donation. Thank you. Thanks for the smiles and sanity checks 5 days a week. Thank you. And Mike D, thank you for this. Any comment on lending shares to your broker and making extra money via interest? Some pay, some don't. You have to decide for yourself if it's worth your while to consider it. Lucas, new member. Hey. Welcome, Lucas. 1620 on Gores. Up 64. All right. Welcome, Lucas. Woohoo. We're keeping an eye open on news announcements all the time to see if anyone says anything. For GameStop, there's no announcement on the completion of their financing. Nothing. Aaron is wondering if they've already done it. Have they done the 5 million sale already? The drop yesterday and then the decent volume today. Could they then immediately announce that they're going after other companies? The limitless. We don't know. Okay. Live trivia with valuable cash and prizes. Thanks, Uncle Bruce. Okay, Jason. I like that little world you're in there. I love your little world. Thanks for sharing. Lucas, how you doing, buddy? Howdy, people. Welcome. AJ, Uncle Bruce, the G7 is happening in my backyard here in the UK, in Cornwall, and Joe says hi. Beautiful. Beautiful. You think SoFi is going to pay a dividend? Someday? I don't know. As someone with Mr. Finia, this is the portion every morning I have to mute to avoid the chewing in my headphones. I still love you, buddy. Kevin, it's all good. I'm all done the bagel now. Hopefully we're good. I have a feeling that traveling with Uncle Bruce is an older crowd. They'll probably think we're dumb apes. They actually get a kick out of you guys. And a number of them are here. They are members of both channels. They are enjoying everything. And we talk about that on that channel. We talk about all you guys about going on a group cruise together. And they're going, that would be a good idea. That really would be a party. So they love the idea that a bunch of younger Uncle Bruce fans will join the TWB fans on a cruise ship. Mayhem will ensue. So I think it's pretty good. Bruce, do you think anyone might be able to create one of your videos to look like the old AHA video, Take On Me from the 80s, special sketch animation, Jen chasing you to bake your bagels? Jeez. Yeah. If anybody out there has like 1,000 hours, they're not doing anything and they don't want to get anything for it, and they want to break all kinds of copyright laws. Hey, maybe you could sketch a video and. Jane, Mike, I was wondering where you were. I asked, but Uncle Bruce wouldn't say it. I asked, where's Michael? Anybody know where Michael is? First Nation, last name. Uncle Bruce, would you mind showing that list of your stock and ETF picks? Would you mind showing that list of your stock and ETF picks? Let's see if I can find that. Here's these are the SPACs right here that are still SPACs. So we got FAII, FWAA, GORS, NASH, SVAC, VACQ, and now VGAC, the one on the end, is about to become 23andMe officially on the market starting next week. So watch for that. And then here are the stock picks, which now include on the far right there, the second from the right, SOFI, which was a SPAC, the IPOE, but is now SOFI. And so they're all graduating up to here. Eventually, the SPACs will all be on this list. And there they are. Those are my faves. Those are the ones I talk about the most. And, you just have to keep an eye on them and see what you can do. There's some potential here to make money, I think. Anyway, I'm just saying. When is this NSH meeting? I don't know, Nicholas. We're waiting for the news. The stock is already inching higher, and we're all waiting for it. Okay. And Uncle Bruce, the VGAC call I said I was going to buy, I got a January 22nd $10 strike at 380 instead of the 1250 at 280. I think if I'm correct, this would net me a better profit. I think so too, because right now VGAC is about $11, so you're a buck in the money already. You're only paying 280 premium on this, and if it goes up $5 a share from here, you're $6 in the money. Plus premium of probably $2. You'll have an $8 position. So, yeah, there you go. Hang on and let's see what the ride's going to be like. Okay. What is this? Do you think the statement of not chasing is correct? I don't know. Is it my statement? Yours? Who did that? Aaron, just my opinion, Bruce. I like to guess what's going on within reasonable boundaries. I think RC's cooking up so many things that we can't even contemplate. But share sale and takeovers are simple. That's true. That's true. Okay. I'm glad we didn't scare off the TWB people. No, they've been through everything. They've been through a lot more than you guys have. They're older. They've seen it all, man. They've seen it all. They're not as easily swayed either. They're a different group, but they're a great bunch of people. They really are. And a bunch of them are here. They watch all the time. They're hanging out with Uncle B all the time. 230 on GameStop right now. GORS 1622 up 66 cents. SoFi 2264, a little better than before. GORS 1623 for the high, and it's right there right now on 275,000 shares. And what else is going on? We got Vector up 2 cents to 1054. NavSite up 4 cents. We got Fortress up 4 cents. A couple little moves there. The Dow down 18, S&P down 1, NASDAQ up 13. That's where we're at right now. Coming into this time. Let's see. Uncle Bruce, Benchmark initiates coverage on NavSite Holdings with a buy rating, announces price target of $22. Do you like that? Would any of you be ahead if the NavSite was trading at $22 a share? Would any of you be up any money? I'm sure some of you would be doing rather nicely. We'll see what's going on here. Okay. And the Credit Savage. Hey, Uncle Bruce, good morning. Thank you for your insight. Excuse me. As of today, I'm in 45 options to buy. Most $10 VGAC, FAII, SVAC, NSH, and some 1250s for GHVI and SOFI, and SOFI 2250s. I'm going to sit back and have patience, like you say. I got buy order in for these, and they're out there. And if they come in, they come in. Now you're talking. There you go. Let the market fluctuate, and see if you get that comes to you. Comes to you, you get it at your price. Don't overpay. All right. Let's see, Uncle Bruce. It seems real serious at TWB. It is okay to pop in and make jokes, mess with you, etc. If you want to keep it business-like, it's cool. No, it's a very casual neighborhood there, and we do have a lot of fun over there. It's a pretty good crew. Those guys at TWB are the greatest YouTubers ever created. They've been supporting this YouTuber since August 2017, and I started getting donations from viewers over there within 30 days of creating a channel that had no history, no professionalism, and a YouTuber had no idea what the hell he was doing. And there were people encouraging me to just keep right on going. And I remember in like 4 months, the 4 or 5 months, I was able to monetize at that time, and I was making like $50 a month in advertising revenue on that channel. And they were sending me donations because I started doing live shows in January of 18. And I was bringing in more money on donations than on advertising for that channel for a year. It took a long time for that channel to carry us. We didn't make it. That channel in advertising started finally making money in November, December of 18. So that was a year and a half after starting it. The channel started to make some advertising money, but the donations were still coming. They were still making super chats and PayPal donations, and they were signing up to Patreon to just make a monthly donation through Patreon. And then I launched the merchandise for the channel, like this one right here with the Uncle TWB logo, these items, and they started buying those. The support's just been incredible, absolutely incredible. This computer you're watching me on had to be purchased last year. I had been worrying about it for 6 months. I had to move from an old dying PC, and I had to go into this Apple MacBook Pro, and I had to come up with over 6,500 Canadian dollars to get this computer for that channel, and then this channel, which was coming because this channel was barely created. And it was those folks at TWB that stepped up and helped this guy out to get him to the promised land. It was incredible. There was one show where I reached out to the investor. I out and out came out the one day going live saying, this show is a fundraiser to get me this computer. And there were only 120 people watching me live those days. That's all there would be. And, over the hour that I'd be on the air, that, some would come in, come out, come in, come out. So I'd have maybe 250, 350 views over the hour or two. And I had several $1,000s raised from people who had no reason to give me anything. For a YouTuber begging for money to buy a new computer because the computer he was on was dying. But they stepped in big time, man. They have been there. I still do 2 live shows a week for sponsor members, and 1 live show every week on Monday on that channel, because the loyalty of those folks is just unbelievable. And it's coming up to 4 years now, up to 4 years on the air on YouTube with that channel as the backbone to get Jen and I going and through some really tough years. And then this channel took off out of nowhere. It took off in January this year. GameStop. That's what made this channel happen. And you wonderful people here. And I thank, of course, all of you, because you are transforming Jen and I's existence to another level entirely. And we thank you. And this is through a pandemic. Oh, my gosh. Unbelievable. So how happy are we being on? Happy are Jennifer and I that the YouTube thing is working out? We are really happy and grateful. And I thank you all so much for everything. You guys are great. So there you go. We're working. And we're going to keep on going. And, we're going to try to make a bunch of money. This is why I'm really happy
when I'm talking to you about different stocks and stuff, and you guys are making a bunch of cash, I'm going, yeah, this is great. I want you guys making more cash than I've ever received from YouTubers. And that's what it's all about for me, because it's payback time, and I'm thrilled with how it's going for you guys. So yeah, baby, keep it happening, and let's get richer. Thank you, everybody. Have you ever got that new chair? Nope, I have not yet. We have got to get to a population center so I can test drive a couple of chairs. I don't want to just order one on the internet without sitting in it. So we're at least hoping to get to Cranbrook. We think in a few weeks we can do that, but it might be a trip to Calgary, which we're now fantasizing about in a month or so. We don't know. We're hoping. We get our second shots on Tuesday coming up. So we're just surviving here with what we have, and trying to hopefully get out of the house for a little bit of travel and take this on the road. But those counts have got to go down. That's just it. They've got to go down. Anyway, that's what's going on. Anyway, thank you, everybody. Thank you, guys. We love you too. We do. We are so grateful to be doing what we're doing. And Jen just shakes her head with amazing. She just is amazed at how it's going. She's just so blown away. Our relatives, they almost don't believe us. They think we're making this up. It's nuts. I've been quite a watcher for a long time. You, sir, are a hardworking YouTuber, and I think I can safely say we all thankful. Thank you, Jen, so much. We are giving her. We're grinding it. Thank you, Carrie B. Happy bagels of the calls, and considering what I put in, those NAS calls and more profitable life, all 20 target usually conserve. Wouldn't that be great if they went to that? A Rabbit, if you ever hop on the Discord, hit me up. I would love to talk shop sometime. Let's see. Let's go. Uncle Bruce, AB, you grab those November calls. I've been to Cranbrook lots. Keep driving and go to Calgary. I had a dream about SoFi last night. Went to 26 today. $15 one target, 22. Probably all good. Right on, Jen, 100%. And AB, nice. I grabbed a bunch of the 12 and a half at 71 cents. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. I gotta take off some clothes. I'm getting hot. I'm really getting hot. I mean, all the talk about whips in the craft room. I had no idea there were whips in the craft room. What the heck's that all about? Oh my gosh. I didn't know what was going on in the craft room. I was always out here all the time. I didn't know what was going on in the craft room. There we go. 226 on GameStop right now. AMC 44.91 up $2. SoFi 22.60 down 42 cents. Gorse 16.11 up 55 cents. VGAC down 26 cents to 10.89. Fifth Wall 11.65. Vector 10.54. Navsite $10. Starboard 10.04. Fortress 10.01. That's where we're at right now. Let's see what happens. Don't you have a birthday coming up? September. Paul's Guitar. Uncle Bruce, what's cracking this morning? Just turned in to see if you already touched on it. Any word on VGAC? I think the June 17th is when it trades as ME. Maybe that's when we'll all see it moving. Next Thursday is the day. Eric, thank you. Back in the day, you were so personally invested in the same stocks as your firm, or did you have your own strategy back in the day? I found that as a broker and manager, if I was investing in stock when I was, doing my thing, I would not be a good broker, because I could not separate my holdings from my from what I had to do, and I would waste too much time watching my own stocks and then not talking to my clients. It was pointless, and so I found that I would make more money, and I'd be way better off if I didn't invest in anything that I was working on. And so I didn't. Jen and I, when we were young kids, when we got together in our early 20s, and like all of us at that time, in those days, in those mid 70s, late 70s, you tried to acquire stuff because you were just living at home, and now you're on your own, and so you want to get some furniture, and you want to get a car, and you want to take a little holiday, and so you're making money to spend money. And when you're 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, you're not thinking age 65, 70. You're not thinking about that. And so
in good years we made money and spent it. In bad years we didn't make money and we're broke. And it just goes back and forth because as a broker, you're in the stock market, talking to your clientele, and your clients have good years and bad years, like the economy has good years and bad years. And so, I would have years as a stockbroker where I'm not making a lot of money, and neither anyone else I know either, because we're just getting hammered with these ups and downs with the oil prices and the economy and the inflation and the high interest rates and all this stuff, these recessions and stuff. And so we were battling through the 70s and the 80s to try to make it go when it was good and hang on when it wasn't. And so I found that when I was not invested, I would just be focused on the job at hand. And I just really did it that way. And then eventually I took a company public with a buddy of mine. And so that consumed all of my, cash and assets. I mean, everything I had was in the public company that we were creating and building up and, trying to get to become a public company. It took us 2 years to take a private company and make it a public company. And we had to put everything in that we had to get it there. We did it. We got it there. But that was a ton of stress, a ton of work. And ultimately, it never paid off in a big way because ultimately we also got sideswiped by the Gulf War. That just did our company, and we never knew that something like could happen, but it happened in like 90 days, from zero to devastation in 90 days financially because of something going on in Kuwait. I mean, who thinks about your life in Calgary, Alberta, Canada being affected by something happening in Kuwait when you got nothing to do with Kuwait? I mean, never been there, never would be going there. The company has nothing to do with it. But that's how things worked out. And so you start again. You get up and you dust off and go, well, that was a hell of a calamity. And you look around and you realize, oh, I'm not the only one who got wiped out. All kinds of us got wiped out again. And then we try again to get started. But that's life in an oil and gas town, which is Calgary. Oil and gas town, Calgary, Alberta. And it's great years, bad years, great years, bad years. And you have no idea why one and the other is going to happen. It just does, and you got to go with it. And so you learn and you get older and wiser and you diversify and you keep moving on. And that's what life is all about. Anyway, thank you all for hanging around and joining me today. And Jen, Trish, Dish is a new member. We got a new gal here. This is beautiful. Thank you, Trish, for joining in. I love it, and I'm glad you're joining us as well. This is fantastic. Another new member. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. Anyway, there we go. We're running along. We've got SoFi at 22.56, GameStop at 2.26 right now. We got Gores at 16.10, VGAC at 10.89, down 26 cents. Fifth Wall 11.60, Vector 10.52. Starboard 10.04, Nav site $10. Apparently there's a story on Nav site that it's predicted to go to $22 by an analyst. Pretty cool stuff. I love that. Welcome, Trish. Everyone's welcoming her here. Nice to have you, Trish. Welcome to the show and to the gang. Another female member. That's beautiful. The Dow is down 24.7. And S&P is down 0.8. NASDAQ is up 6.8 points. Very quiet. We're near the lows of the day. It would seem at the moment that's where we're at right now. Okay. Welcome one. Welcome all. And there you go. Sharon, my father served with the United Nations in Kuwait. When he got back, he decided it was time to retire from the armed forces. There you go. Thanks, guys. I've been happy to be here. I've been following since February. Trish the Dish, follower. Beautiful, Trish. Thank you for joining us. Everyone's welcoming you in here. AB, VCQ will be my next option buy once they're available. And apparently Roaring Kitty is tweeting, and that's cool. Sharon is here. Hi there, Trish. 224.28 on GameStop. The volume on GameStop today is 6.46 million, much quieter than yesterday, and it's an up day today. So how about that? The high for GameStop today, 241 on the day so far. Okay. AMC is still holding a gain of $1.68 to 44.50. The volume on AMC today is showing 55.9 million. So we are way off. We were doing 100 million. Well, it was doing 100 million an hour during the height of its trading a week and a half ago. Now it's way down, but that was to be expected. To open here is a new member of this channel. Welcome to open here. Nice to have you in here. Beautiful stuff. Another new member. Beautiful. The membership counts are growing for this channel. We're so grateful, Jen and I. We're so grateful. That is a sign to us that we're doing something right, and we appreciate that. Those of you subscribing to this channel, I thank you so much for subscribing to this channel, hitting that bell notification icon. You'll be alerted every time we do an update on the videos or live shows. Of course, those becoming members, you'll get updates from us from time to time on alerts that you need to know about for some of the stocks you're following and everything else. Again, thank you all of you for being here and for following us. Thanks those of you making PayPal donations today. We've had a number of them today. Very grateful for this. Thank you to Michael. I appreciate your donation today, Michael Knox. Thanks. Also to Doug. Thank you, Doug, buddy. Doug Fletcher. Appreciate your donation today on PayPal. Let's go. Thank you from Jeremy also, buddy. Thanks, buddy, for your donation today. We got a donation today from Roger Gordon. Thank you. VGAC week was great. Thanks from the wise bozos in Austin, Texas. Right on, man. Thanks, buddy. And what else have we got here? Thank you to Charles C for the donation on PayPal today. Thank you to who's this from? This is Felicity. Thank you, Felicity, for your donation. Thank you very much. Again, there we are. Those are all of them there, and just catching up through all these. Not easily done. We keep coming in. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for joining my Facebook group page out there. And remember, tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern time, I will be live for live trivia tonight on this channel and on Traveling with Bruce, the other channel, the home channel, the first channel. If you're a member of this channel or a member of the other channel, Friday Night Trivia is coming up 7 o'clock live on both channels. We are simulcasting dual live show on both channels tonight, right here and on TWB. Trivia tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern time. We usually do that show for about an hour or so, and we have some good times there. I appreciate those of you who'd like to come and join us for that. I hope you consider doing that. If you're a member, if you've become a new member today, join us tonight, and you'll hang out with the gang, a bunch of the gang from here and the gang over there, and it's always a good time. Thank you, all of you, for supporting both of my channels by becoming members of both of these channels. This is so much appreciated. Fantastic. All right, just picked up 100 NSH on the SoFi app. I really love the SoFi app. Says ride by side. That is good to hear. Fantastic. I hope that everyone likes that site, because that means that they'll be making more money over there, and that's good for the stock. Absolutely. Here we go. Woohoo, Jane Doe. I got my VGAC covered call for a $20 strike price for next Friday. $10 premium, not much, but I don't know. I'll take it and buy another VGAC share. 7 o'clock, that's sleeping time here for us Europeans. Let's see. Hey, Uncle Bruce, do the Habs have a chance against Vegas? The defense might win it out. You never know. Looking forward to my first trivia with Bruce and Jen, says Jen. Yay! Sharon, hey, In the Heights dropped on HBO Max a day early, and we watched it last night. You're stuck with me for trivia tonight. Oh, okay. Right on. Looking forward to it, Sharon. We always have a good time on trivia night for sure, everybody. Gore's 16.14 up 58 cents. And we're going to watch, see how these go. Now, other stocks we're watching today, Vanek Vectors down 39 cents. We're sitting on a loss here of 39 cents at 250.21. Home Depot is up $1.22. International Business Machine is up 90 cents. The Dow now down 54 points. And Microsoft up 51 cents. Apple up 49. Tesla down 6.49. Over on Royal Caribbean down 32 cents to 90.31. Norwegian down a quarter, and Carnival down 3 cents. Amazon is down $7. It was up 50 plus yesterday, up 60 even. Facebook down 251. Alphabet, which is Google, down 1375. Those are the stocks we're watching there. Over at Intel, we're unchanged. Micron up 21 cents. And we're keeping an eye on those guys. Yeah, there you are, guys. That is where we're at right now on this market. The Dow, like I say, down 53 points for now. And S&P down 3 and NASDAQ down 2. All three markets have gone negative. Thank you all. Alrighty. Thank you one and all for joining in. Yeah, not much going on the thing. U.S. consumer sentiment on the rise in June, apparently. There's a bulletin out on that. There's that. And what else is going on? 22.50 on SoFi, down 52 cents. The volume on SoFi today, 1.3 million, very quiet. I mean, we're talking really quiet. GameStop now 221.57, up a buck. Anyone trying to buy back their contracts for a cheap price? This might be the dip. I don't know. It could go lower. I don't know. That midday swoon, it could be happening here. AMC 44.18, up $1.37. Gores 16.14, now up 58 cents. And VGAC is now at 10.97 again, down only 11 cents. It got down to 10.83. Now 14 cents to the other side, and we're down only 18 on the day. 751,000 traded on VGAC right now. That's where we're at this point in time. All right. Let me just check here what's going on here. Here we go. Okay. Rob, Bruce, I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I've been watching since January. You've changed my life. My 2-year-old son watches you with me most mornings and knows you as Uncle Bruce. Hey, yeah, all right. Uncle Bruce is here, and thank you, all of you. I get so many of these somewhat wonderful messages from you. I appreciate them. I read them aloud to Jen when we have a few moments together. I'll read her a couple of these emails, and she's just amazed by it. We're of course so grateful that you're doing well, and we hope that you do very nicely. Thank you all so much for this. And any thoughts on Prospect Capital? Offers heavy dividends. Don't know anything about them. Don't know them, my friend. The Montreal Canadiens' biggest issue will be starting the series at the Fortress in Vegas. They haven't had fans all season in Vegas. Will be sold out and loud. It'll be an adjustment. I'll tell you, Montreal just seems to have a way of winning on the road. It doesn't seem to matter to these guys. They have such a defensive scheme, but we'll see. Rob, I missed the bagel this morning because of meetings. If I wasn't already wanting to quit, that would have sealed the deal. Sharon, Jada, I know that's supposed to be a good show, but that's not my type of thing. I'm more into hacks on HBO Max. Michael, Sharon, Rangers South versus Isle should be good too. Got more of this tasty SoFi dip. Yeah, SoFi is at 22.52. It's a dip right now. To open here, hi everyone, 3 a.m. in the morning here in New Zealand. Just woke up, so I could be live for once with you and Uncle Bruce on Saturday morning. You could be live later today for trivia. That'd be pretty cool. JW, Sharon, yeah, it was filmed based on in my area near Philly, so I had to watch. Rabbit, I do care work every morning and help someone get around and take them to work. They know Uncle Bruce and always ask how Uncle Bruce and everyone is doing. Right on. Trish the Dish, Vegas and Montreal, the two stripper capitals of North America, go head to head. There you go. Rob, Rabbit, that's amazing. Drew, glad to have you live to open. Glad that you're here live with us from down under New Zealand, Kiwi land. Rabbit, good morning to open here. David, when do we think FAII and NSH will complete their deals? FAII in 4 days. That meeting is on the 20th or on the 15th. In 4 days, it'll be done. NSH, I don't know yet. So one for sure, not the other at the moment. But they're coming soon. Sharon, hi there to open here. Sharon is also saying the Isles are my team. I've been living and dying with each series, and yes, Tampa will be a tough opponent. Indeed, they will. It's a toss-up. Any of those four teams can take it. We'll see. Kayla, 3 p.m. announcement. GameStop today, says Kayla. Wondering what it would be. What could the announcement be at 3 o'clock this afternoon for GameStop? Could it be the completion of their financing? Did they do it? I don't know. Dominic, thank you for this donation. Meanings on HGEN, greets from Switzerland. Anything on HGEN? I don't know what that is. I have no idea. Rob, Kayla, announcement today. Oh, just in time for the Power Hour game. Kayla, that's right. Just when I'm starting the live show this afternoon at 3 o'clock Eastern, GameStop's supposed to come up with an announcement with an hour to go before the close. Are they telling us they have sold 5 million shares in the open market yesterday and today? I don't know. I don't know. Is there other personnel announcements to be made? Is there what? Why would they announce an announcement? Why? Has anyone seen anything about anything? I don't know. I really don't know. If I knew, I'd tell you, but I don't know, so I can't, so I won't, because I don't know. Okay. But something might be up. Let's hope it's something good. That would be great. Libation, says Damn it, Jim. I can participate in libation again. Yay. Uncle Bruce, can you go over how a stock split would help the company like GameStop? What would incentivize them to do that? What would incentivize a company to want to split their stock? Why? We'll get to that. Power Hour libations. So will I make it to trivia though? Kayla, right. Trying to look to see if I can find any info. AB, that one August 12.5 NSH call I bought is a joke for $17. If it hits $22.25 before then, Lavalot should have joked in at $170. James, SoFi is having a Groundhog Day. A pattern is just like yesterday. Same pattern apparently. Interesting. Now a stock split. Why would a company do a stock split? Well, let's say GameStop were to come up with an announcement this afternoon, and they were to announce that they were going to do a 10-for-1 split, which I would find impossible to imagine. But let's say they did it just for the heck of it. What would that mean? What would that mean? Well, it would increase the number of shares outstanding by a factor of 10. It would drop the price down to 10% of its value now, because a 10-for-1 split affects everything equally. Option holders, if you have 10 contracts, you now have 100. If you have one contract, you have 10. If you have 5, you now have 50. But the strike price will have gone down by 90%, of course, and the timing will be the same. But typically, when a company announces a stock split, that can create a psychological boost for the shareholders of the company to want to get them to buy up more stock. They start buying up stock because they start to think that, well, GameStop is $2.22 right now. That would be a $22.28 stock price. The odds of GameStop going to $50 a share from $22.28 would not be a big stretch for people. And that's actually $500 a share now, if you think about it. So all of a sudden, if they announced a 10-for-1 split, and in the next month or two, the shares were to drift up to $50 a piece, well, that's like $500 here now. Do not be surprised if they were to then issue stock at $50 a piece and raise additional money. But they're not raising money at $2.22; they're raising money at $500. So that would be pretty good. So that could happen. But another scenario for GameStop is that if there are tens of millions of shares shorted on GameStop through derivatives trading and whatever else, and GameStop were to do a 10-for-1 stock split, and the shares were to double in price, the short positions being held by the shorters would now be more upside down. Like they would be in real trouble on their trades. And if the shares were to go up to $75 a share, that would be like $750 right here. Can you imagine how much money would be lost and how much pressure would be on short sellers trying to carry a loss of $750 on a stock that they may have gone short at $200 or $210? Got to make you wonder. So one never knows. We'll see what happens. I don't know if that's coming out there. I really don't know. 10-for-1 stocks, but wouldn't that be fun? Hey, Bruce, I'm sorry. I'm watching you from before the market opens, and you're talking about how You only follow a few stocks. We love it. It's like a company staying small to look after customers better. There you go. Bama Bay. Maybe they will announce a coin dividend. This would force a margin call, according to Houston Wait. Thank you, and don't change a thing. Thank you, Auntie. A morning off to see the groundhog. E3 is this weekend. Could be related. Yeah, would it be something if they were to announce the dividend, a dividend of a unique item other than cash? They were to announce the release of a dividend. Oh gosh, the release of a dividend of a coin that they would be minting, that only they mint. The problem, of course, well, the reality would be that if GameStop said, we're going to create a coin, and the coin has a monetary value on our website, and all shareholders of record on whatever date that they hold GameStop shares will be entitled to say, for every share you have, we're going to give you $10 in coins that we are printing. In Canada, we call that Canadian Tire money. It's like a store creating money that they hand you as a rebate. But the thing is, it's a $10 gift from the company to their shareholders. But only the shareholders of the company will get the coin from the company. All those who are short the stock, they have to get their coins from the person that is short the stock. But if they can't make the coins, how do they deliver the dividend? And the only way to get out from under it is you buy up the stock on the open market to get out from underneath the obligation of having to create a dividend that you can't create because you can't buy the coins anywhere. They don't trade anywhere. They're only created by the company when the company creates them. I mean, this is brilliant. This could be brilliant. So you get a run on the paper to get the stock back to get out from under the thing. But so what if it runs the stock to 350, 400 a share? And it gets to 400 a share, 450 a share, something like that. And the company announces a 10-for-1 stock split. Now the stock's going to trade at the $40 level, 10-to-1 split. And these shorters are short gazillions of shares now, 10 times as many more. And they're on the hook for these coins because if everybody gets $10 in coins now, with a 10-for-1 split, you get $1 coin dividend. Instead of 10 for 1, you get 1 for 10. And so the shorters will be short. The stock will double from 40 to 80. And now you got an $800 stock problem on GameStop, theoretically. So in one swift move, or a couple of little swift moves like this, GameStop could get its stock into the $800, $1,000 range by offering a dividend on an item that no one can get except for the company. And the only way out from giving the dividend is to buy back your stock on the open market to take your short position off. Oh, would that run this market? That would be a lot of fun. I'd be quite happy to see that. Might force a margin call. Yeah, coin dividend to force a margin call. That would be cool. Really cool. Oh man, do you watch the Goldbergs? That's also pretty local to you. Or Sharon's asking somebody else. Where is news of this announcement? We're trying to figure out what the deal is right now. We're just speculating. So I saw Melvin Capital's year-to-date losses widened to 44% amid late surge in stocks like GameStop and AMC. Oh my gosh! So a stock split would be to boost their stock, or to screw over the hedge funds trying to short them into oblivion. Both. Uncle Bruce, do we know the merger date for NSH? No, we don't. We don't. We're waiting any day now to find out. Wow, IBM dividend paid yesterday. Totally forgot. Bruce, we know that you know what you know, but who knows if you will say so. There you go. I just bought my first options contract for FAII. $15 strike for November. Wow. Now what? Signed clueless. Let's hope the stock just goes straight to the moon. Makes you rich. Now what? I don't know. GameStop token. Why hoping for a dividend rather than keep the money and reinvest through acquisitions? As in the only shareholders get GameStop tokens. Exactly. Only shareholders get GameStop tokens, which can be used on the website for purchases. See, that's why they create it. They would create $700 million in tokens, which is, would that be? No, yeah, it would be. It would be $10 per share, 70 million outstanding. 700 million tokens would be created by the company to be distributed to the shareholders, which can be used for purchases on the website at your leisure. So it's actually worth something. So if you want to buy a $20 item, you can use $10 in tokens and $10 in cash. Or you want to buy something for $100, you use $10 in tokens, 90 in cash. The trick of it is that the guys who are short the stock cannot get the tokens to deliver the tokens on dividend day. It'll be like a 30-day notice that 30 days from now or next week, Thursday is the record date. Anyone who holds the stock next Thursday is entitled to the dividend. And these guys are going to want to buy back as much stock as they can that they're short because they can't deliver the tokens. They can't make them. They can't buy them either because GameStop isn't selling the tokens to anybody. GameStop is only giving away the tokens to shareholders as a reward for being a shareholder. So these shorters have to buy back the stock to not get called on these tokens that they can't deliver on, which itself would be a nightmare. That could run the market. And the stock could just take a shot. And if it goes to 450 a share, 500 a share, just on this whole token thingy, what happens then if the company then announces, like 2 weeks later, the stock's at 500 a share, a 10-for-1 stock split? Now, the dividends are still good. Everyone gets their dividends, but you get one token per share, $1 per share. You have 10 shares now instead of one share anyway. So you're still getting your 10 tokens for the stock you have now, but just in a new format. And all the shorters are short how many hundreds of millions of shares that they still have to cover. And they would then chase that market, which would be now a $50 market. The stock would be at 50. They would chase it all the way up to $100 a share to cover up their short positions, which means your stock, if you do the math, is worth $1,000 a share. Because at $100 after a 10-for-1 split, that's a $1,000 stock right now. Not bad, huh? Bruce needs a coffee-infused badge. I love these IBM dividend days. Good dogs. Colin dividend coined in with squeeze shorts. They make back plenty of money selling shares into the squeeze. Good idea, Bama. I'm sure they're aware of it, and I hope they think it's a good idea too. Non-fungible, baby. Stop teasing me. Yeah, I'm wondering. Hang on. Buckle up. Buckle up. Believe this guy when he says, buckle up. You ain't seen nothing yet. Maybe that's what is going on here. I don't know. Wow. Okay. I would love it. 5D chess. I didn't factor in the squeeze and what it means to short. Interesting. Bruce is onto something with GameStop here. SoFi offers diamond points that users can cash in for cash. They also have ways for you to earn more diamonds. The coin is very likely based in Ethereum. The coin will likely be 4 times by winter. I'm loving this potential timeline. And then sell their shares of stock, money. Oh, man. Kayla. I'm not coding savvy, but saw somewhere that there is a coded date of July 14 or 16. I have to find it again, left out for some speculation about a coin release then. Well, wouldn't that be fun? Yes, I better start saving up some dry powder for when it happens. It will scoop those up. Eric, Nostradamus, Uncle Bruce. Hilarious show. Philip, hey, Bruce, earlier you mentioned you took a company public that took you around 2 years. Is that why you prefer SPACs? Yes, that's. I'll tell you, if I had to do it over again, I would have taken public a blind pool back then. I could have taken a blind pool public back in those days, where we could have done a 20-cent underwriting, 25-cent SPAC, 25 cents a share to the public. And we could have underwritten 2 million shares for $500,000. And then we could have done options at 35 and 45 cents. And we could have done all kinds of stuff. But we went public at $1 a share the old-fashioned way. And hey, we worked our butts off to make that happen. That was a tough one. GameStop has a coin now called GameCoin. I found it on GameStop's Facebook. BF, I wish Ryan Cohen would have told us to strap in rather than buckle up. Do you buckle up in a rocket or do you strap in? 331 Redhead, Mike, when the stock goes up, do I sell the contract? I don't understand how you make the money. Yes, you sell the contract for the difference. Yes, but not for a while. Bama, GameStop 217, 218 right now, under pressure. For how long? I don't know. We're going to see here. We'll follow it. We'll be around. I think better days are coming. GameStop 218, SoFi 2240. Gores at 1606, VGAC 1091. That's where we are right now. The Dow is down 49, S&P down 1.5, NASDAQ up 14 now. Okay, JW, I love it. Why were they taking the highway to Vet Stadium when they could have been straight shot down to 611 to Jenkintown? Mentats, going to need a new chair for when GameStop comes out with dividend split. Who cares? Why wouldn't GameStop do a stock split? Are there any negatives? Again, you want to do it at a high enough price, not too low of a price. So, get it to 500 first, then do a split and go from there. We'll see. 331. Oh, thanks. And if the stock went up to 20, I'm making money just from the premium increase, or does it have to do something with the stock too? That's right. The stock goes up, your contract is worth that much more money, and you have a 100-to-1 ratio. One contract equals 100 shares. So if your contract goes from $2 to $3, that's a $200 to $300 gain in value on your contract. Goes to $5, that's a $500 contract. Goes to $650, it's a $650 contract. Less what you paid for it, you're making money. Michael, as the stock goes up, you'll see the value of your options go up. Rob, who cares? Who cares? My guess is if they will do it, they're waiting for a higher stock price. Bring the tokens back to the arcade. Oh man. Yeah, Michael, it's all a premium increase. Thanks so much. Gamecoin. Are we sure this is from GameStop? What's up with GameStop? I hope they don't force me to actually buy another share. 217, limited opportunity here. We're talking about potential dividends and splits. Who knows? Who knows? Boy, oh boy, I hope and pray that this is exactly what is happening. Edward, so what would happen when shorters cannot buy back enough stock? It goes up and up and up and up, and you'll eventually be able to buy it up, but you have to pay a crazy price for it. Mike, that's the info I've been looking for, but haven't been able to find anywhere. I guess it's too rudimentary and almost already know that. Bruce, rumors out there that in dark pools, AMC is trading at 1,500. Were there dark pools back in the day when you traded? Nope, nothing. I've heard of that. Bama Babe. All we need to know is, do you think Ryan Cohen is pro-retail investors, or will he help the market makers? I know where my vote is. I think he's pro-retail. I love hearing this GameStop dream over and over and over. Mike, I recommend you take Bruce's classes when they're available. It's hard for him to provide this info during a live stream. There you go. Let's see. 10-to-1 is the way. Good Dog's Dad. Only thing I need to know, is there actually an announcement planned at 3, or we were just wishing right now? Kayla. Okay, there is an interview to happen today at 4 p.m. with Third Bridge GameStop e-commerce transformation and structural business overview. It is a private event and not an announcement. Okay, so there's the latest news there. See you in the afternoon, homies. Dan, as much as we hate the hedge funds, Ryan Cohen hates them 100 times more and has a plan to get those guys. Mike, yes, I plan to, definitely. It's why I joined the channel. I bought the book too. Couldn't find the info in there either. Later, Wall 4 Raptors says Rabbit. Take care, guys. We'll see you all in the evening. S&P, here we come. If there's a great announcement at 3, could make for a great libation afternoon. Again, it could be just an interview like we're thinking about, but there's all kinds of potentials here. NFTs are by definition not fungible, cannot be divided into smaller pieces or traded as coins. Moreover, nobody cannot even track who the real shares or IOUs are. Drew, see you, Waffle. Simon, NFTs are by definition not fungible. Okay. Rabbit, coin was announced yesterday at 10 a.m. on their Facebook. Now am I just hearing about this? See y'all later. Gamecoin has its own page on the GameStop website. Gamecoin is real, folks, on GameStop. Dan, Bruce makes me feel like I'm making money even when profits are down a little. 217.55. Yeah, right. That's where we are. Joseph, GameStop with an Ethereum-based coin is troublesome. Ethereum gas fees are high with no real fix unless proof of stake becomes a reality with Ethereum. Reading books as Crash Course while I wait for the classes, getting the jargon in my head and listening to Uncle B is helping me understand things better every day, every passing day. Right on. Take care. I'll talk to you later. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. See you in the afternoon. Bill, Rabbit. Bill, now I'm wondering, is this just what they call their rewards program? I might be out of the loop right now. Jane, Wally's World, bye, love. Dan, I have been non-fungible since I was a kid, wearing chocolate all over my face. Game coin looks like rewards to me. There you go. Folks, I'm going to be back on this afternoon at 3 o'clock Eastern. We're going to see if anything new is happening between now and then. But in the meantime, you guys stay healthy and stay safe out there and relax and keep an eye on the markets. We'll watch them too. I'll be on at 3. We'll do the last hour of the day, and then we'll talk about what's happening in the world the hour after the close as we follow the aftermarket. Right now, the shares on these stocks we're following, 22.45 on SoFi, down 57 cents. GameStop at 218.27. AMC 43.99. Gores 1602, VGAC 1091, Fifth Wall 1158, Vector 1049, Navsite $10, Starboard 1005, Fortress 1009, just jumped up a couple of pennies here. Vanek down 26 cents. The Dow down 41, S&P down 0.3 of a point. Nasdaq up 17 points right now. That's where we're at. FAII has taken a little shot here. It's gone from 1003 to 1011 in less than a minute on 1.1 million volume. We don't know if there's an announcement or any news or anything else. It's at 1012 now. And we're looking for any kind of an announcement on FAII. We've got nothing at the moment. It is 1016, just jumped again on FAII. Your Fortress is moving, everybody. Check your Fortress contracts. They are probably going up in value right now. See you later. Have a nice nap, Bruce. Take care, everybody. Shades. Bruce, my contract is $43.50 right now. I have a buy for $41. Should I suck it up and spend the extra $50 right now before the stock jumps again? Well, you are at, where are we at right now on GameStop? You're at 219.14. You might get a pullback here, $5-10 more bucks, which could bring you in, could bring the stock to you, but I'm not guaranteeing it. I'm just saying it could. You have to decide for yourself. On the other hand, you may want to pull your order entirely and just take it off the market and sit back another 10 minutes. And let's see if the stock gives you another $10 drop, and then you might come in at 36. You might think about that. No need to rush to get this. Just saying. Okay. Let's see what happens, kids. Let's go. Here we go. Just don't mind me, folks. I've just got to make an adjustment here to my screen. The FAII 1013 is the last trade. Volume of 1.2 million. I don't know what's going on in FAII, but it did just do a shot up here. It's nothing great, but it's moving up. Thank you for all your wisdom, Uncle B. See you in the afternoon. Bobster, don't look now, but FAA is sneaking upwards. It is. Thanks again, Brucey. The FAII is sneaking up right now at 1012. It just is up 14 cents on the day. It did touch 1016 a moment ago. I don't know why, but I wonder if something is happening here with regards to its holding. We know the shareholder meeting is in 4 days. We know. I mean, we know 4 days from now we are going through the meeting, the shareholder meeting. 1013 now, a little better again. Are they unleashing it? Let's see. Look at that graph on that FAII. Looks like a few brokers came in with improved rating on FAII. I wonder what's going on with it. Up 15 cents. As you know, folks, every penny is $1 to you guys if you own a contract. If you own 10 contract, every penny is $10. Every dime is 100. Every dollar is 1,000. Every $10 is $10,000. So FAII moving is important. On any of your contracts, it's important. Any of them. The leverage you have now in these contracts is huge. Some of you have 5 contracts, 10, 20, 50, 100. There's some serious leverage being done here, and you could do very, 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 very well. 1013 up 15 cents right now. 1.14 plus million traded now. I don't know why, other than in 4 days is the shareholder meeting to vend in the company. So yeah, something's going on. Volume, Uncle Bruce. FAI rating upgraded to outperformed by Barrington. We do know that news. We do know that. That was released earlier today and didn't have much of an effect at the time, but now there's a bit of a bounce here. So, folks, there you go. We'll watch it again. Thanks again, Uncle Brucey. Look at the spike in FAI. We love it. We love it. Anyway, that's what we got right now. We'll keep an eye on it, and we'll see what's going on. I'll see you later today at 3 o'clock Eastern Time. Let's see how this market does for us, and we'll do the close together. Okay, thank you, everybody, for being here. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.